Try this one. See if this works. Yo. I know. That breeze feels good on you, huh? Hi, Daniel. Hold on a second, sweetie. I'm just putting my Cash App up. Hi, Sam Gloves. How are you, Sam Gloves? Hi, TV. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back, sweetie. Hey, Sam. How you been? Hi, Naomi. Hi, Iswood. Iswood. Iswood 69. Iswood 39. Prezer Prez made it back. Hi, Prezer. You made it back. I think this is better. I don't see any effing. I don't see any glitching. Daniel says, how are you doing today? I'm great. I don't have any gloves with me, Sam. I don't have any gloves today, Sam Gloves. I'm so sorry I can't help you today. I do have some in the house, but I can't go that far because I'm very lazy. Jose, thank you. You're very sweet. Come here, little scuba doo. Let's put you over here and turn this one around. This one is she's so cute. Let me put her over here. Lay on the pillow, you woman. Let me, look at that. Look at my baby tiger right there, you guys. Hi, Frederick. What part of the land am I in? I'm in Cleveland. No, I'm not actually in Cleveland. I'm in Lakewood. I'm in Lakewood, Ohio. So I'm about 4 doors down from the border of west side of Cleveland. Prezer Prez is giving me $5. $5 super chat. Hey, sweetie, thank you. I really appreciate that. Prezer Prez comes through with the good shit. Thank you, sweetie. Prezer Prez, you get a spin and maybe a butt shake. Welcome to my channel, you guys. I'm Jennifer. I'm the Real Housewife of Cleveland. Make sure you're subbed to my channel. If you're not, sub the fuck up. Make sure you are liking the stream because this is our second try. This is a take 2. So give me a break. Go and like the stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Also, make sure you're wearing something comfy. I just have a cute little wife beater on, but it is a little bit lacy. And I know you probably love my mini skirt, right? No, it's not a mini skirt, it's skirts. So we can be doing all kinds of things. We can get crazy today. We can go upside down, we can jump around, we can do all kinds of things. The dog wants to jump with me. Come on, you want to jump with me? You want to get in on the YouTube action? That's fine. You want to get up too? Okay, the dog's going to do it with me. Do, do, do. We gotta dance together. You're a wonderful dancer, Annabelle. Yes, she wants to continue. Thank you again, Prezer Prez, for that lovely donation. Oh, Prezer Prez comes, I'm just thanking him. He comes through with another one. Donation number 2 from Prezer Prez. Thank you so much, sweetie, Prezer Prez. Thank you for donating to my channel the way you do. You go shower, LL. I smell like cotton candy, vanilla, and bubble gum. Do you know how I know that? Because those are the perfumes and the oils that I wear, so I know what I smell like. I smell like a beautiful yumminess. Thanks, Prezer Prez. Thank you, Prezer Prez. Thank you for donating to my channel, Prezer Prez. Prezer Prez is my favorite right now. Cheers to you, boo. Hello from Ventura, California. What's up, California's in the house. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. Cheers to you, Press or Press. Canvas, you think I'm chewy? Okay. One Love 80 says, what the fuck is going on? Well, Love 187, you just run into my daily diary live stream. I'm documenting my life publicly. Oh, and they're getting crazy. No. 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 They get crazy sometimes. Thanks for those donos, Prez. Thank you for supporting me and my channel the way you do, sweetie. I adore you. Okay, so that's what's going on. One Love 87 is you've reached my daily diary. Oh, we need to be getting high for that. I also have some 1940s music playing here, but then next to me is the punk rock band playing in the house next to me. So there might be a lot of background sound. If it's too much, let me know. Welcome back, Jen's House of Pain. Hey, Jen, thank you for letting me know that my stream was acting amok. It was acting like a coconut, wasn't it? I don't like that. I don't appreciate the coconut streams. Hi, Kapil. Hi, Josh. Josh says steamroller. Yeah, this is brand new. Brand new steamroller. $21 well spent, wouldn't you say? I know. I also have the Labubu bong here. So we have a couple things going on. We have this. Blink if you love Cleveland, but we're going to be seshing pretty hard tonight. Because... Excuse me. If you don't cough, you don't get off. It's a cannabis content channel. So when I'm ripping huge steamroller hits or bong hits, I'm not going to apologize for coughing, you guys. It happens. Gary says, I love Glenn Miller's band. Sweet. This is 1930s music. Mama Tian. Mama Tian. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you in chat. Cloudy Sunflower Field. Cute name for your channel. I really like that. You're so pretty and unique seeming. I am unique, and thank you for saying that I'm pretty. That's very kind of you. Jen's House of Pain says, get the likes up. We had to reset. Yeah, we had to reset, you guys. Let me put you in the phone thing. You know, who am I if I don't have it in the phone protector? Who has the best phone cover in the world? It's me. Look, I have mermaid syndrome, so I mean, I can look at this shit all day. Plus it has one of these. Yes. Plus it has one of these. Yes, bitches. When you're a content creator, you must have these extras in life. Fun Cool 777777777 says, if I didn't know Jesus, I wouldn't know the devil. Okay, sweetie, but you don't have to scream it in chat. Using all caps is a little rude. One Love 87 says, how old are you? I am 56 years old. I was born in 1969, so that makes me Generation X. That being said, this is a more mature chat. We are not looking for kids. We don't allow kids. You must be at least 18 years old to be in my chat. If I see you're younger, if I think you're younger, then I take you out. Because we'd be talking about mature things. We'd be, you know, getting naked and running around the backyard doing nude cartwheels. So get ready. No kids in chat. How old are you? How old are you guys? I like to know how old you guys. With that being said, me being 56 years old, this is all me natural. I don't dye my hair. There is no filter. I don't wear any makeup on my face. So this is me natural. Gary says, you're very nice. So far, just wait, Gary. The tables can turn real quick. It depends what kind of trolls come in here and trigger me. Let's try not to get triggered today. John Fitzpatrick says, "Hey, Queen." Hey, John Fitzpatrick. I'm gonna get up on my bench and dance for you. Oh, I turned the stream around. It's getting windy all of a sudden. I think the rain's coming. John Fitzpatrick. John Fitzpatrick. Yeah, isn't it amazing? The squirts. It's one of the best ones. Okay, so just get down here. So if you see me sitting like this, you can't see anything. It's just shorts under there, weirdos. Don't be trying to look either. Thank you. You like the music? So it's 1930s music. Gail Ashcraft, this is a free speech chat. You can say whatever you want here, but I just feel like you're an asshole and you're a bad vibe, so I'm taking you out of my chat. No, only good vibes today. Let's have only good vibes. I'm not gonna take everybody that's an asshole out, but let's just be cool. Can we be cool? In the words of Countess Luann, the New York housewife, don't be cool. Don't be all uncool. Gary says, I'm 72, but I'm still going. I love you, Gary. Thank you for being a wise Yoda. You're the exact person I'm looking for. Hi, Katie. Hi, Plastic Fools. I'm 43. You're 67. Jen's House of Pain says, chillax. Keeps scrolling, she says, Jace. Plastic Fool says, you look amazing. Well, thank you. Cloudy says, I love the natural look. I'm the same way. Yeah, so hence the play on words for my channel, The Real Housewife of Cleveland. These are my real boobs. These are my real nails. This is me real, okay? And as my body changes, I'm going to film that and document that. I'm not going to be shooting up Botox. I'm not going to be getting nips and tucks or lip injections or, I'm not going to be dyeing my hair either. This is my natural hair color. What I am going to be doing is living healthy, living happy, eating green, working out, being very active, having a lot of sex, being in love, taking the stairs instead of the elevators, walking instead of driving. So, it is, life's what you make it, right? And I think as you age, you become more beautiful, wiser, healthier, and happier. So, I like aging. I talk about it all the time. Zippy Doodah, you're gross. Okay, I'm sorry, you're gross, weirdo. That being said, you must be over 18 years old to be in my chat. Choco says, I'm your brother. Says, hello, I like older ladies. Zippy Doodah, you think I'm gross? Okay, well, let's go take a look at your channel then, Zippy Doodah. Because I think you're gross. You know why you're gross? Because you're so gross you don't even have a picture of yourself. You don't have the bravery that I have. You're certainly not being paid for your content by YouTube like I am. You have 13 subscribers when I have well over 8K. So you're gross, buddy. And I think the rest of my chat would agree with me. I'm not gross, you're gross. But if you want to think I'm gross, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to roast you a little bit and give you your medicine back. I'm kind of sad with your 13 subscribers. I mean, I'd be mad at me too if I were you, buddy. Adam Ben said, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I'm a 56-year-old housewife documenting my life on live stream. So I was born in 1969. That makes me Generation X, you guys. So please make sure you're at least 18 years old or this is an adult chat. Hi, Nydia Rodriguez. Hello. Chaco, hello. Heather's waving. Heather Pooh. Scuba Doo. Patio Lunch says, I think you have something on your feet. Oh, yeah? What do you think's on my feet? Foot Slut Army. That's what my gang on YouTube is. Foot Slut Army. I think you're tricking me because you just want to see my feet. So, my gang is Foot Slut Army. I not only used to be a stripper for 20 years, but I was a professional foot fetish model. So not only do I live stream here on YouTube, but I live stream on TikTok, Kick, and Twitch. On TikTok, we have a lot of feet people. here on YouTube. We have a lot of people coming in just to see my feet. So, Foot Slut Army. That's what you guys are, Foot Slut Army. Heather's putting it in the chat. You know why? Her toes are painted and beautiful. Hi Maya, how are you? Mama Tian is giving me hearts, flowers, and thumbs up. Plastic Fools is cracking up. No kids in chat. Plastic Fools says, let's fucking go. Petro Tobia, hello. And Bobum, hello. Adam, I answered your question. Gary says, I love Real. I agree with you and know your stuff. Tim says, you're beautiful and I love your red hair. Thank you. It's natural. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it, you guys. Are you leaving, Gary? Okay, bye. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Gary. Scuba-doo. So I'm going to turn off this 40s music because, you know, with that and the band next door, it's a lot. I can't help the band next door. Even if I go in my house right now, you're going to hear the band next door. But if it gets too crazy, we will go in the house. It's a good thing I'm medicated today. Cheers, YouTubers. Cheers to you. Let's hit this, let's hit the steamroll again. There's a little bit in here, and then we're going to pack something else. Sesh with me a little bit. 27 likes. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Ooh, got breezy right as I was about to hit it, too. Ooh. Ready? Go. Patchwork Star, what's going on, sweetie? Maya says, how's my day been? Well, it's better now that I'm, you know, not feeling the pain from the dentist's office. Okay, let's redo this. So now, not only is there the band playing next door, but now they're, what are they, blowing leaves over there or something? I apologize. Tonight, we're trying to stream. We're trying. This is stream number 3 today, actually. Trying, you guys. The world is against me. Oh. Christ almighty. The 12th band member has arrived. It's going to get crazy next year. So just love it. You have no weed, Naomi? Oh, no, honey. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you, sweetie. Hi, Laverne. I smoked with you from Denmark. Denmark, you said, but I think you mean Denmark, right? Plastic Fools, thank you for smoking with me, sweetie. I might have just a little bit of dabs left. Do you want to try to find it? Let's do it. I have a little bit of dabs left, and we may have to scrape it out of here, but let's get it. Yeah, there's something in here. Over there. Over there. Let's just go. See what I can get out of there. It's going to be the last one. Oh, this is a good amount. Okay, there you go. It's the last of it. There we go. Okay. So this will be a serious hit. If you guys have something to smoke, I'd like you to smoke with me so we could get that collective consciousness going. Why not? Ricky Thompson is here from Oklahoma. I like to see that, Ricky. Thank you for being around for the Seshi Poo. Okay, thank you, Heather. Uh, you guys, you have to be at least 18 years old to be in my chat. If you're not, then I have to remove you from chat. I'm sorry, Maya. I do have to remove you from chat. It's nothing against you. You've been lovely. But it's irresponsible for me to have children in my chat. So I'm removing Maya right now. Thank you, Heather. Bye, Maya. Have a good day. No kids in chat, you guys. No kids in chat. Thank you, Heather. And you did it exactly how I like you to do it. I appreciate you very much. Bye, Maya. Yeah, you guys, no kids. I don't want children trying to hang out with me while I'm trying to smoke weed at 56 years old. It's not my vibe, okay? Shouldn't be a kid's vibe either. To want to. When I was a kid, the last thing I would have done would want to be hanging out in some weird chat room with a 56-year-old. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Kids these days. Kids these days. Okay, let's continue on with our sesh. There's 31 in chat. We have 30 likes. Let's get the double number. Give me one more like so we have 31, 31. Do it quick. It can be an angel number. Who hasn't liked the stream? Double tap the screen to like my stream. Ah, there it is. But someone changed it, and now we have 33, 31. We never got the double number. A double number, I'm not totally into numerology, but a double number means an angel is with you. So I'm big on that. Alchemist is getting baked with me. Plastic Fool says there was no chat room. This is the chat room. This is the chat room. Cloudy says, I wish I could smoke weed, but it makes me super anxious and paranoid. I used to have a pretty good tolerance, but not anymore. Well, that happens, you know, especially if you quit for a while, sweetie. If you put it down for a while, the first few times you got to pick it up, you're going to be, you know, freaked it out. Me with you. When I eat gummies, I have to be very careful of my dosage. Flour never does it to me unless I've quit for like, maybe I took a break for days, weeks, a month. And then I come back and I smoke and I'm like paranoid AF. So, you know, there's seasons to smoke weed, honey, and there's seasons to not smoke weed. So maybe it's just now is the time for you to take a little breaky poo. When you go back to it, expect to be paranoid, but then you go through that a couple times and it goes away, you know. I take all my gummies, you guys, and I melt them down into drinks because it gets me paranoid taking a whole gummy, and I like to drink it little by little. Go. Sesh with me. So I think a lot of people get paranoid, sweetie. I'm sure you're not the only one. Patchwork Star is smoking. Cloud, try vaping it, Diana says. Toot up. Alchemist is smoking. Plastic Fool says, but when you was a kid and I was, there was no chat rooms. Well, actually, there were. There were. They were just more underground. The internet came out when? Early 90s or something like that. I don't know. I know that I watched documentaries about weird people who were in chat rooms before that and around that time. I never was, correct. Correct. But I know that they existed, you know. They didn't come up with YouTube, that's for sure. Sebastian's here. Hello. Always Open says, now that's a steamroller. Yes, this is brand new. Bought 2 days ago for my husband's birthday. This was one of my gifts to him. And it's amazing. So I'll be using it on stream for the next few days. I have a couple other steamrollers, little glass ones, you know. But this is fucking amazing. So, yes. Oh, fly just flew right in my face. Come on, you. I'm streaming. He wanted to be on YouTube. Go. Enjoy it with me. We got some really good weed on there, and we got the last of my dabs. So let's enjoy it. 18 in chat, 37 likes. Can we get those likes up to 40? Double tap the screen to like my stream. Double tap the screen to like my stream. Thanks, you guys. What was that? It sounded like some sort of crow or something. Okay, go. Cloudy says the fly must like it too. The fly's trying to get in on it, yo. Fly's trying to get in on my shit. So I do have some major crystals here with me. I have some good ones right here. I have this good one. I have a couple of these quartzes here for protection. Okay, I have a couple of these weird ones. Not sure what this is. I think this is just granite maybe or something in the shape of a moon. This is in the shape of a mushroom. And then I'll show you the Fat Daddy, because we do have a little bit of a vibe going here as usual. Here's the Fat Daddy. Here's my huge piece of black obsidian. It's only one of like 20. I've got like 20 pieces of this. And I also have a piece of green obsidian. I'm a green witch, so I do surround myself with things like this. This will keep the negative away and the positive coming. It also, just like my phone is recording us right now, somehow scientifically this is recording us right now, just like this quartz is. So in a million years, when there's no more phones, maybe people will see this stream on this thing. What do you say? You want to say something? Say hi, chat. Say hi to all the weird aliens in the future. Okay. Sebastian's taking a shot. Okay, cheers, Scuba Doo. Cheers to those of you that are drinking. Cheers to you. Check my ring finger. What is that? What's on my ring finger? Dirt? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay, so you guys know I don't drink alcohol, but I'll put a little more ginger ale in for you. Cheers! Cheers! I wish. No, it's still on there. I think it was just dirt. Just dirt on me. It'll happen with me. Oh, here we go. Here come the drums. Jen, good looking out. If you ever think there's a dabs on me, let me know. Yesterday I scooped one. No, was it this morning? It was yesterday. I scooped one out with my nail right here. And it hit the ground. I'm still looking for it right now. I never found it. Like I'm going to find it now, right? Whatever. Thank you. Good looking out, sweetie. So Sebastian, I am California sober. I don't drink alcohol. You'll never see me drink on this channel. You'll never see liquor on this channel. But if you guys want to drink and chat, I don't care. It's not like I am a preacher or am in AA or anything like that. I just don't drink. So if you guys want to drink, I could care less, but I do not. I've been sober from alcohol over 18 years, you guys. And I don't do any drugs. Except for cannabis. Ricky Bobby is here sending me stars. Hi, Ricky Bobby. Sebastian said, no, I took a shot just for me. Hey, Ricky Bobby, thank you for sending me stars. It's getting very windy. Look at the wind. Do you like the music? That's coming from over here. That's them. They're practicing. There's at least 6 dudes over there. God knows how long that might go on. do a spin for you all. 22 in chat, 41 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Windy up north and a storm passed, and it's headed my way. I know, Ricky Bobby, I know. And I made this fire. I was going to make a fire on stream. I think, A, it's too windy for me to make the fire right now. And then I think it will get rained out. What do you think? Or you think I should just make the fire, you guys? Should I just make the fire? I don't know what to do. If I just leave it there, it's going to get wet, right? You're in Upper Peninsula, right? So I think I heard it's supposed to rain about 8 or 9 tonight, but not before then. I don't know. With my luck, I'd start the fire right now and it would just start raining. It was super windy 40 minutes ago. Did you see the look? Did you see the look? Cloudy says love the up. Jesus Christ, they're making a lot of noise over there. It's definitely distracting me. Sunflower, I live stream the outdoors and fishing tournaments for money. Ricky Bobby's not just a chatter. He's not a joke. Ricky Bobby is fucking the shit. Ricky Bobby. So everybody go to his channel at Ricky_Bobby47. Here's Ricky Bobby's channel at Ricky_Bobby47. Go give him some subs. He has a lot of content, and yes, he does stream. Streamers supporting streamers. Oh, Tee Kelly, you like steamrollers? This is a new one. So, you know, it was Skippy's birthday. When was it? Yesterday? So I got this. This was one of the things I got him for his birthday. Amazing, right? Nice birthday gift, right? This is when you get... I had a package for him, and the package had all little packages wrapped up in the big package. This was the only smoking device. Oh, I did get him a roach clip. I got him a Yoda roach clip, too. He loves Star Wars, so... if we smoke a joint out here, I'll get the roach clip. Steamrolling time. And we got the last of my dabs on there, too, so this is serious. I don't even know who this is made by. Headway. It was sitting up with the graphic stuff. Like, I saw the old school graphics bongs, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get Skip an old school graphics bong that would be so, like, nostalgic and old school for us. And I was looking, and they were pretty cheap. They were like 20, 30, 40 bucks. But then I saw this little guy. I was like, oh, this is what we need. And yeah, it's doing the trick. So sesh with me. Let's go. Let's cash this little one out. Okay, your turn. You go. Hit it. Look, it's already getting dirty in there. Ready? Go. Hit it. Suck it. Suck it, chat. Did you get it? I wish I had switched phones so I could talk to ChatGPT and ask them how long it's going to be till it rains. Do you want to just do it? Let's just do it. Let's just make the fire. Let's just start one, because why not? If we're going to get rained on, that means all the wood's going to get rained on, so let's just do it. We got this, we got a punk rock band, we got a storm coming. You guys can't ask for more. You can't say I'm not giving you content here. Michigan's in the house. Hi, Michigan. You have a special place in my heart and in my lungs. We're gonna dance around the fire naked now. Are you ready? It's a nice fire, right? You've only been through Cleveland once, passing through. I'm born and raised here, not Cleveland, but the west suburbs of Cleveland. Trickery afoot. Hi, paper seatbelt. The fire going. I got the punk rock band next door. They're being too loud. If one of them comes out, I'm going to say something to them. They're not supposed to be this loud. Hi, UFO Clips. Thank you for the liking the stream. I appreciate it. And they're pounding, too. It's amazing. It's a good fire. Got a good fire going. Oh no, it's hot here, Joshua. It's hot as fuck here, and it's humid here. Look what I'm wearing. Hardly anything. However, it's summer, and I like a summer fire in the summer. I celebrate the heat. I like the heat. This isn't gonna like make me so hot more than it already is. It's more of a vibe, if anything. And if I go next to it, then I'll be hot, but I'm fine where I am. Oh, well, UFO Clips, why is your wife pissed at you? I'm sorry, that's the worst. Dang it, why is she mad at you? I'm sorry. So, well, thanks for coming to me. Josh says I can feel the fire from here. Can you hear it? Sounds good, right? When the band's not running it. I love fire too. And like, what am I going to do? Sit out in the cold in February and make one? No. Summertime. You make a summer fire. You make a bonfire. There's not a lot of wood in there, so this isn't going to be a long fire, and I don't have any more to put in. So it'll be a one and done pretty quick. So let's enjoy it. And it is going to rain later, so if I just left it there, it would have got wet, and then I wouldn't have been able to burn it for a week or something, right? Just burn it. Then it'll rain itself out. Whenever I make fire like this, I always think of that part from the Tom Hanks movie, you know, where he's on the island. I have made fire. I have made fire. I think I did that the first time I had the fire pit. The first fire I made. Remember that? We danced around it nude and said that. That one board in it I got from behind our shed here, and it's got a bunch of nails in it, so I got to be careful. Heather says, where are the s'mores? I have no s'mores. I might have some marshmallows inside, Heather, but they're not fresh. I'm not feeling that today anyways. Not after my dental procedure today. I don't think I really need to be eating marshmallows. I could though, couldn't I? Now you got me thinking about it. I was smoking behind the fire, but then I realized the smoke was going that way, and I don't want to be inhaling that with this, right? Just be careful not to die on stream. It's important. 48 likes. Get them up to 50 for me, you guys. I'll dance around the fire naked for you. Oh, to the punk rock music. Let's go. a bug just flew in my eye. Right in my eye. Get the fuck out. Yep, nub. Yeah, I got this new steamroller. 49. 48. 48. Does my mouth hurt? No, not right now. Because it only hurt when I was getting it done right afterwards. It will hurt tomorrow morning. But not right now because I took a Valium this morning. So I'm feeling amazing. No, nothing hurts. I feel great. High. Calm. The teeth, they're sensitive. But no, nothing hurts. It'll hurt tomorrow. Go! Smoke with me. 50. No, it says 49. How, UFO, how come you're one ahead of me? Dang it. It'll get there. It'll get there. What's up, Amy? Flying Unicorn Cats here. Flying Unicorn Cats in chat. How are you, sweetie? What are you doing? 50. You guys see, you guys must see one more like than I do, which is beautiful. Let's do that. You guys are on a different timeline than me where I have more likes. I'm about it. Okay, let's keep that timeline going. Flying Unicorn Cat, you're so cute. She says, oh, whoa, what's that contraption? This contraption is called the steamroller. And it is a very powerful piece of machinery. It will fuck you up. It's one of the gifts I got for Skippy for his birthday. It was 21 bucks. How can you say no to this? Steamrollers are old school, and they will get you fucked up. I prefer a bong, still with water. This is a much more dry hit, but it kicks your ass. So I like that. You never smoked out of one of these before? They're amazing. Steamrollers are great, and you miss having one. Paper seatbelt says yes. So this is the kind you want. I have a couple glass ones in the house that might be thinner glass. Don't do the trick as much, is what I'm trying to tell you. If you get one, you want to get one of these big fucking fat daddy ones. I prefer the plastic one to a glass myself. I've never seen a glass steamroller this size, so size matters. It's true, bitches. You know that size matters. Okay, so go. Steamroll with me. Live vicariously through me. I did have to go back to the store and get a screen, though. I laughed at the guy. I said, I can't tell you the last time I bought a screen. It's been at least 2 decades. Okay, so it's just like this. Just like a DSL right there. Hi, Miss Dawn. Dennis was tragic, Miss Dawn. Thanks, paper seatbelt. No, I'm doing a lot better. Turbolasky, you think I'm still a yunkie? Honey, if you are trying to troll me, you should learn how to spell. You're not trolling me very well when you can't spell correctly, honey. Huh. Trolls. We need to start a troll school. Like the streamer school coming up. What a joke that is. It's just a dumb streamer house. It's not a school. But we need to start. Yes, Prez. You can always troll. Prez. Please troll me. Please troll me. That's how we met. You were trolling me. Remember? And then you told me I had an ugly dress. Whatever. I forget how you originally trolled me. But I remember I told you I love a troll. As trolls are spicy. I myself was and am a troll. I don't like to take trolls out of my chat. As long as you're not being cruel, like you want to see me dead or something like that. As long as you're not, like, doxing. But I don't care if you dox me because I've already been doxed a million times. Everybody knows my last name. Everybody knows my address. It doesn't really affect me, and I'm well protected in Lakewood. So, but I do care if you dox my friends because they care about that. I'm a 50-year-old yunk. Oh, well, thank you for thinking I'm 50. I'm almost 57, so winning. Press says no. I mean, Turbolaski, he can't even spell A. Okay, he's getting a total L at trolling, and he says I look 50 years old. Thanks, buddy. I'm almost 57. So if you think I'm looking 50, winning. I don't roast everybody. Some people I just like to ignore. You're shameful. Oh my God, you said you know it's a peace sign necklace, but you thought it was a pretzel at first. Okay, I would rather die and stick pins in my eyes than wear a peace sign necklace, okay? I'm no hippie, okay? I don't wear peace signs. So what this is, it represents me and Skippy's home. So it is a castle. It's a castle in the middle with some rose gold and some diamonds in a heart. And every single one of these links on the chain is a heart. So that is a castle. It is not a pretzel, and it is not a peace sign. President Press says, I'm not doing that. Well, President Press, you roast me with love. Okay, so there's a difference too. I gotta fix this fire, and I've lost the metal thing, so what I have to do is go get my IBL walking stick. It's the only thing I have to fix this. So there's some wood back here I won't burn, and the IBL walking stick is one of them. We're going to have to go get it. So let's hit this first. And then we have to do work. Okay, here's the IBL walking stick. I keep it on the side of the shed. It is. It's just like IBL's. In South Bin Laden. I can't find my metal thing to fix the fire with, so we're going to use this. I'm going to try to tend the fire with this thing. So wish me luck and hope I don't kill my feet. See? IBL would be proud of me right now. IBL once called me a whore to my face in chat. That's my claim to fame. What's yours? IBL walking stick. Hey, why don't you turbo on out of here? You're killing the vibe. Paper says, hell yeah, Cloudy, me too. Hey, Turbo, shut your freaking mouth. Your neighbors would piss me off. They are pissing me off because we have a deal that they're not supposed to be this loud, and they're being this loud. So when one of them comes out here, and I don't even think the owner of the house is there. I just think the rest of the band is and not the owner. So trust me, when I see the owner, there's going to be a word. I sat out here during a stream one day, and he said, is this okay? And I said, yes, this is okay, but if you do it louder than this, it's not okay. This is a residential area. And the volume he showed me was about half this. This is too loud, and it's not okay. I'm hoping that they just stop. She said her neighbors have a punk rock band. Yeah, well, okay, so it's not a great situation. My neighbors that live there don't have a punk rock band. My neighbors that live there have been fixing up the house for about 2 years, and they don't live there. They don't stay there. And they come around maybe twice a month to fix it up. Now they've let their 22-year-old son and all his buddies come over, whenever they want, to just play their punk rock band. So they don't fix up the house anymore. No one ever lives there, and there's just a bunch of guys that come in and play really loud music sometimes now. So as long as they keep it down, I don't really care. But they're not really keeping it down tonight, are they? But I'm not that Karen either. Imagine being American. Turbo, imagine being kicked out of my chat. Bye-bye. Oh, you're listening to Rock Lobster, the B-52s? Amazing. I used to love that song. I used to be a club kid, so I know it well. Hi, Lucas. It's going great. How are you? Where's the music coming from? That house. Paper Seatbelt says no one can kill my vibe. She's mugging them. Well, it sounds stupid to the parents. Yeah, well, it is stupid to the parents. And I had a word with the parents, and they weren't very nice to me. So that was the day I did call the police, because you could hear the band all the way down the street. And the police told them it couldn't be that loud. I wouldn't have called the police because I called the parents, but the parents were assholes to me. So I called the police that day, and I said, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but there's a bunch of kids, and they're just as loud as fuck. And this was like 9 o'clock at night. It was already dark at night and shit. Police came, told him to be quiet. Since then, the kid, who's like 22, who's supposed to be there, and I don't think he's there now, but all his buddies are, I don't know. I was streaming outside here, and he came out, and it was like maybe a quarter this loud. And he said, is this okay? He said, I don't want problems, and I don't want you to be mad at me. I said, this is okay. And it was like a quarter of this. I said, but if it's louder, you're going to have a problem with me, because I'm a homeowner, and we all moved into this nice dead-end street because it's quiet. I'm not the only one who's, bothering. There's 10 other houses on this dead-end street, and we all are homeowners. So, I'm not the only one being bothered. So I'm trying just to let it go and see if somebody else will deal with it. One of the reasons I want to move, and I will move in the next year or two. That is the plan. Hi, Tate. How are you? Jen's House Pain says, I'm glad I don't have to deal with neighbors. Well, that's the plan, is that one day I won't. And this is why. This is not responsible behavior of them at 22 or of the parents that own the house to let the 22-year-olds do this, especially after the police were already called. I'm not a Karen. I'm not an asshole. I grew up with 9 Inch Nails. I was dating Richard Hughes, the guitar player. I was at their practice every day, but they rented a place downtown that wasn't around neighbors. They were responsible. This is not responsible. It's too loud. I'm going to walk in the front yard, and I'm going to see if I can hear them down the street. Because if I can hear them down the street, then I'm really going to be pissed. And I'm going to have this on stream, and I'll show them. The deal is, I shouldn't be able to hear it in my house. If I went in my house right now, there's not a room in my house I'd be able to get away from the sound from. So let's just go see if we can hear it down the street. Because then when they say, well, it wasn't that loud, I can show them the stream and say, hey, I just streamed you. And you can hear it in 4 houses down. Let's go here. Christ. Hi, Tate. Okay, so we're past my house, right? Now they stopped. Let's hear if we can hear it past here. Paper Seatbelt says, I'm so excited. I just got the first batch of Halloween candy. Amazing. So they call this Summer Ween. Summer Ween is what we're celebrating. Summer Ween. This time, right now, after 4th of July and between Halloween is a magical time. I haven't bought any Halloween candy, but I should. I should go get some right now. So I'm past my house. Can you guys hear it? Jen's House of Pain, Flying Unicorn Cat. Can you hear the music right now? They are playing. Can you hear it from here? You can't hear anything. Hi, Scotland. Scotland, they can hear it in Scotland, and Flying Unicorn can't hear it. Okay, well, I can. So, but that's not against the law. The cops told me if it's past my house, um, it's not illegal. But if it's all over my house, it's just fine. Yeah, the kids, of course. Now the kids got to be yelling too. That be coming from over there. That yellow house over there. There'd be kids over there all the time screaming. I can't get away from it, you guys. Can't get away from it, and I can't win. So I have to deal with it. I literally have to deal with it. Too bad they're not a little bit better. Well, the fires died down quite a bit. I don't have enough wood to get it up to finish getting that piece of wood. Oh, maybe I should put the end of that piece of wood in there, shouldn't I? Where's the IBL walking stick? Here it is. So, like... There. That's happening a little bit. It's gonna be something tonight. We're not gonna get away from it, and I'm not gonna let myself get mad of it. I'm on a Valium, so they're fucking lucky. They're fucking lucky. I used to fucking hang out with 9 Inch Nails and can handle this kind of shit. Cause deep in my soul, I'm a Karen. Deep in my soul, I'm a Karen, and I want them to shut the fuck up. That's me. Oh yeah, that was the whole part of the fire pit. That was the selling point to me, and I paid extra for that paper seatbelt. Trust me, paid extra for that. They had a medium, a small, and a large in these two, and this is the medium one. I didn't think I needed a huge one, but I certainly didn't want the small one. So yeah, all the way around, you got the moons and the stars. That's what sold it for me. There wasn't a better one. Oh, what did I pay for this? I think $89 or $99. I love it too. I love it too. It's really, really amazing. It's the one Huckleberry was going to buy me. I would have had this in the spring. I was going to order it myself, and then Huckleberry was like, don't. I was like, why? She's like, because I already bought it for you. She's like, I didn't want you to know. I was like, how'd you already buy it for me? She's like, it's on your wish list. And it was. So she must have looked at my wish list. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Well, it didn't come in 2 days like everything else does on your Amazon wish list. And I told her that. She said, oh, well, that's because I'm Clint Eastwood's daughter, and I can't buy it that way. I had to put it on the black card and blah, blah, blah. So you're going to receive it in 2 weeks. She gave me a date. Nothing ever came. So I spent not having a fire pit all spring because I listen to that maniac. Should we do some air guitar? Yes. It's going to be the end of the fire. Creepy indeed. You want to hear her? I found a voicemail from her the other day. She was talking about her music. Let me see if I can bring it up. This will be good. This would be good shit. Why meta? Why meta? Oh, there we go. You guys want to hear Huckleberry's voice? Want to hear Huckleberry's voice? And here is how you can tell that Huckleberry didn't sound like the AI app she used, just like AI Diana. Let's listen to Huckleberry talk some shit to me for a second, shall we?
I was kind of up late doing that, I was kind of up late doing that, so I slept in, and I'm going for a horseback ride in a little bit.
I bet.
Yeah, it was super cold. I'm glad. I knew you were going to like the 40s one best. We can make adjustments to them and everything, and I can make a stronger 40s one. And I forgot to put Canada Dry in it. I was like, I was bummed about that. And when I was recording and everything, I almost just scattered it in. But
when she was recording.
I was like, So, and then, I don't know. I want to do a couple different lines, but yeah, okay. So I'm going to do another one that's really 40s in a day or so. I like that one the best too. I just thought that maybe you could use clippets from the other ones, and I was trying different styles. So yeah, well, I'm glad you like them. It's my pleasure. And if there's some other words or something, we could put it in. But I'll do a longer 40s one for you that has more lyrics and
more AI.
But it's a starting point for you. All right, I'll try to jump in for a bit. I was lazy Bon Jones. It's almost, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 6:30. It's not that bad. I'm still in bed. All right. Bye.
It's 6:30. Did you hear that? 6:30 a.m. This bitch was leaving me a message about her fake music that she created for me that I didn't ask for, that was 1940s, and how she was making it up, and how she forgot a part about Canada Dry, and she was just going to scat it in. How are you going to scat it in? It's AI. You can't just... Okay. There's a little bit of Huckleberry for you. Jen, how do you fall for these idiots? Actually, I don't know. I actually need someone probably like you, Paper Seatbelt, to tell me. Skip tells me. He just said don't do it ever again. He said don't ever let anyone have access to you privately on YouTube ever again. There's only two people that have access to me on YouTube, and that's Danny and Mary. Mary the Mermaid Fairy. That is it. So I feel pretty good about that. And I don't think that those people abuse the situation like others have. Is it naive? Me being naive? Yeah, it is. It's me being stupid and naive. But on the other hand, what's my intent? Is my intent to get hurt or be naive or be stupid or fall for idiots? No. My intent is just to, as a YouTuber, to find interesting people to stream with. And then when I do, instead of just streaming with them, I become friends with them. Now Huckleberry I didn't stream with, but she infiltrated my life in a way that no one else has. It was weird, okay? It was very gray alien what she did to me. I don't know why she did it. I think she must be very lonely to make up all those kind of lies, because I would have been her friend either way. And I never asked for any of that stuff, nor did I want it. But the fact that she kept saying all this shit was coming and it never did started to show me her character. And then when she took Father God into her house, really showed me her character. Then when Clint Eastwood was going to come to my house with her and Father God, her character was, bleeding black salve out of her eyeballs. So, how do I fall for these people? I'm too nice and I'm too stupid. Let's just make it real simple. That's how. Let me just try to get back in my chat, you guys, to see what you're saying. Because now I'm on Skippy's Instagram, so I could play you that. I wanted to play you that little bit of Huckleberry. I blocked her when all this shit happened, but before I blocked her on real phone, on real texting, I deleted the conversation. Paper Seatbelt will know why I did that. Miss Dawn will know why I did that, because I've had my audios where I'm being nice to people used against me before. And I never want to use audios against someone else. So I deleted that whole conversation before I deleted her. If I just would have deleted her, that whole conversation would have sat there like it did with Melissa, and it would have been on a 2.5-hour documentary, okay? With me saying nothing wrong, but looking like a fool. So I was trying to avoid that shit again. Also, it's not really my style to come on stream and play videos or, other people's text for you, but I wanted you guys to hear her voice. And I think that's a pretty easy, her talking about her AI music is so stupid. Hi, Gerasimo, how are you? Praz or Praz? Yeah, I know that about you, sweetie. I think that's one of the first things you ever told me, is that you buy used floss. I know that about you already, sweetie. You're a disgusting pig, and I love you. Jen's House of Pain says people can be extremely twisted. Yes. Ms. Dawn says anyone we meet is at risk nowadays. Hard to trust when this happens. Yes, Miss Dawn. Paper Seatbelt says Jen does have a good heart. I just don't get it. LOL. Yeah, agreed. Me neither, Paper Seatbelt. But I'm trying to be better. I think I am doing better, actually. Flying Unicorn says like a snake. Yes. Paper Seatbelt says I am not nice. I cannot be nice, you know that. But I think that I like to be nice more. Wowzers, Miss Dawn says. Wowzers, exactly. I remember that AI song. Okay, now I'm going way far back. Patchwork Star says, I trust no one. Amy says, can I unhook their power? Would you please? Would you please? I mean, I'll give you money. yeah, Cash App. I'll Cash App you $20. What the fuck? Oh, Perez, you'll have to ask him. He likes to use it in his teeth, I'm pretty sure, right? Perez, you like disgusting used floss? He reuses it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I know he's told me that one before. Cheers, you guys. It's hot here, and I'm doing this because the back of my neck is very hot. Probably because there's a fire behind me, too. Big ass fire behind me. I don't know what he does with it. I mean, Halloween money. You influenced me to start a fire now in your yard? Yes, Cloudy. I love that. Perez is laughing. Ms. Dawn says, you're smart, Jen. You're doing much better now, seeing through the BS, talking about Daisy Days. Thank you. I agree. And I did post something on my community page today. Basil contacted me, and sometimes you people send me clips. I don't watch Daisy, and I don't watch Melissa, but you people will send me clips of things I need to see. So I did see the new Santa Monica close-up, Miss Dawn. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. I couldn't even watch it the whole way through, you guys. I had to turn it off halfway through because when I watch animals being abused, I can't finish watching, excuse me. Daisy is known for abusing animals. That's what she's known for. She's known for punching dogs. Her ex husband's dog, she punched a senior dog, Cooper. She punched in the face till he had a seizure. Why'd she do that? Because she was mad at her husband, and she knew if she punched the dog in the face, it would upset her husband. Well, the dog ended up having a seizure, and it was a bad situation. Daisy has abused a cat before, just recently, because Daisy doesn't have friends anymore, goddesses anymore, boyfriends anymore. Just recently, she started taking in animals. Animals she doesn't like. I know this because I was her friend for years, and I'm an animal advocate. She would always tell me how I was a bad person because I tried to control animals. I said I don't have a cage. I don't even take my animals on leashes. I keep them naked and they go out back in the yard. Well, it's wrong. Well, guess who's dragging around a bunch of animals on leashes around Venice Beach? Daisy. So she did this interview yesterday with I don't know who it was, the surfer boy, not Fabian. And she got this dog from a homeless couple, gave them $200 that she got from some other person, took their dog, and was going to go give it to some woman in her apartment building. She said, well, guess, I have news for you all. Daisy doesn't live in an apartment building. She lives in a mental health facility where there's no animals allowed. She then proceeded to say in this interview that she gave the cat she had recently to the same neighbor in this mental health facility, and the woman was so good with the cat, she carried it around like the baby all over Venice Beach, and she lost it. Why are you carrying a cat around Venice Beach, asshole? Of course you lost it. But no, Daisy just took this animal from this homeless couple. Okay, she had it in a little fucking carrying case on rollers. It was too big for it. The guy was very concerned about the dog, interviewing her, like, what are you going to do with it? She's like, I'm taking it to this lady. He's like, well, does the lady know you're coming? She's like, no. She's like, and so the guy was like, so you took this dog, you have nowhere to take it. And oh, this lady will take it. She loves to baby animals. She'll carry it all over. It was the most ridiculous thing I ever saw. And then what was Daisy doing? Sitting there playing for the camera. What was the interviewer doing? He was terrified for this dog. What was the dog doing? Daisy took it out of the carrier. Daisy's not good with animals. She strangled her children. She can't even handle her children, much less an animal. She had this dog on a leash. Where was the dog? As she's looking to the camera going like this, the dog is over here on a leash going, it was trying to get back to its family. It didn't look abused. It was in like a $200 fucking dog carriage. And she was real quick to want to get out of there. So what the fuck happened there? And why is she making it her business to take animals away from people and then give them to other people who are losing them, who can't even house these animals in the facility legally? Daisy, you're crazy. You're crazy. You can't take care of your children, your family, your life, yourself. You certainly can't take care of an animal, and that's where I really draw the line. I'm already mad at Daisy for the way she's treating her children and her family, but now the way she's like all of a sudden, you know what she said in this interview today? She talks like a baby now. She has this new baby talk. She'll leave out consonants. She'll be like, she'll talk in third person. She'll be like, all dogs come to Daisy now. Daisy have all the dogs that need help come to Daisy. Daisy has dogs now. The dogs that need help come to Daisy. They know Daisy help. Daisy help dogs. She was talking like that. She's a 45-year-old mom. Like, what the fuck? And the dog was trying to get back to its people. It was heart-wrenching to watch. And it was heart-wrenching to watch the interviewer knowing that Daisy wasn't going to take care of this dog, was very concerned about this dog. And then Basil was concerned about this dog because Basil told me to watch it. I watched about half of it. I couldn't watch to the end. I couldn't take it. She sounds like not a good person. Correct, Cloudy. She's not a good person. She's a woman I used to stream with. Her name is Daisy the Venice Healer. Go look at the shorts on my channel. There was recently a documentary made about her and me on Danny Phantom Live's channel. I've been making little snippets and clips, so you can see those snippets and clips on my channel in the last few days, in the last week. See me and Daisy from that documentary, and there are links there if you want to go watch the whole thing on Danny's channel. But I streamed with her for about 3 years because I thought she was a healer. Her name is Daisy the Venice Healer. I thought she was a healer. No, she turned out to be a panhandling, lying, mentally ill drug addict, living homeless with no shoes on the Venice Boardwalk. So, yeah, we learn our lessons the hard way. We learn our lessons the hard way. Do I need a good husband? Jive, you know I have a good husband, Jive. You already know. I still have dirt on my ring finger, Jen. I'm a dirty girl today, you guys. She's running for city council, Miss Dawn says. Well, it's a joke. No one in their right mind is going to vote for her for city council, okay? She is mentally ill, and she has 18 felonies. The only reason she's not in prison is because the judge put her in this mental health court facility. No one in their right mind is going to vote for her. And she's so delusional that people are actually enabling that delusion of hers. So it's very sad to me when she should be spending time getting back to, like, getting her kids back. Not that she could get them back, but she could talk to them again. You know, stop trying to be a superhero. Honey, you wear a red towel around your neck and you show your boobs and you think you're a superhero. And her, you know, what does she want to do when she gets city council? She wants to free the zoo animals. I'm sorry, but no one's going to go for that. They're just not, guys. They're just not. So, Daisy, sorry. Love you, girl, but full of crap. Okay, should we do the Labubu? No, I'm still into the steamroller. Let's just smoke the steamroller. Chive says Nina Turner for Congress. I'm not sure who that is. As long as it's not Karen Bass or Gavin Newsom, I'm with that. I was for Spencer Pratt. I'm pretty disgusted about Spencer. Oh, Skippy's birthday, Flying Unicorn Cat. First of all, I hope you and your child, is it your son? I think your son shares Skippy's birthday, so I hope you guys had a good birthday too. Me and Skippy had a great birthday. We only streamed for a little bit, and then we did not stream because we just wanted to be chilled. We just wanted to chill together. We rode bikes together that day. We went to breakfast that day. We went to dinner that day. We cuddled on the couch on a lot of gummies and passed out on the couch watching a movie. I woke up at 3 in the morning holding his hand. So, yeah, it was a good birthday. He got a lot of good gifts, and we had a really good time. It was your daughter. Okay, you know me and my memory, sweetie. It's amazing I remember anything. But I did remember, and I did think on their birthday, I was like, oh, I know Flying Unicorn Cat is celebrating too. So yeah, as soon as he woke up, I had like the cake ready with the lit thing. I had Marilyn Monroe on the TV singing Happy Birthday, Mr. President, because that's the one I always play for him. And he opened his gifts, and it was cute. And I always, I get him a card from me that's like romantic and sweet, but then I also get a funny card from all the animals, and I sign all the animals' name on it, and I draw little funny doodle pictures of all the animals. So like Baxter will have like white eyes and crazy hair. So it was fun. He liked his card the most, I think he said. And we do that all the time for each other every holiday. Like even Mother's Day, I'll get 2 cards, one from him and one from the animals. Like, thank you, Mommy, from the fur babies. Christmas, Valentine's Day, that's how we do it. And I've saved every single card since our wedding day, you guys. I have a bin upstairs where every card I've ever received from him and everyone else on our wedding day, it's in a bin. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think that when we move into our forever home, which will probably be the one after this, I always think of like putting them on a wall somewhere because the vibe is beautiful, you know? Oh, cute. Flying Unicorn Cat. She says we let our girl pick out her first bicycle and helmet that day. So cute. I remember doing that as a little kid. I also remember learning how to ride a bike and how tragic it was, how hard it was for me. I remember my mother having to run and push me. Do you guys remember that? And then I remember like my mom falling and like getting annoyed because I couldn't do it. Do you remember that? Paper seatbelt saves and cards and stuff too. Yeah. So I have every single one saved and I love it. And every time I put a card in there, it's just like a box of just sparkle, love, joy, isn't it? I was thinking if like there was a fire in our house or if anything ever happened, I would go for that box. You want to make them into a book, so that's a good idea too. To make like what's it called? I'm Alzheimering the word, scrapbooking. Maybe get like a big scrapbook, put all the cards in there. That would be cool. I have a scrapbook for my wedding, and my wedding cards used to be in there, but then I took the cards out and I put them in the card bin. You save schoolwork too? Oh, yourself? Or from your kids? Well, Skip has saved all his schoolwork since he was like in fourth grade. He's got artwork in the attic that he's done since he was like in fourth grade. I'm like, honey, are we saving this? No, he's saving that forever. I don't know what for. But yeah, Skippy's a little bit of a hoarder. He saves all his stuff forever. I don't have a lot of stuff because I went through 3 divorces with my parents, remember? And they threw out a lot of my stuff. The rest of my family, my godmother, who is my mother's sister, she had 3 children. She stole a lot of my childhood toys, my Star Wars guys, my Barbies, my books, and gave them all to her children. So I don't have any of my childhood stuff left anymore. I love that people save that. I don't have anything. I did have art, and I did have a lot of poetry books that I used to write poetry at Kent, when I was in Kent State. I am a poet, and I would I'd save all these notebooks, and then when I moved out of my mother's house, she threw it all on the garbage lawn, like on the trash, in the trash. But she also got a restraining order against me, so I couldn't go on her property to get it. So I just had to know that the garbage men were taking away all my memories from childhood. I did have memories. I did have books full of ticket stubs from when I saw Madonna, from when I saw The Cure and Depeche Mode and stuff. All that stuff went in the trash because my mother is evil and she hated me. And then I couldn't even go save it. So I have really nothing left from my childhood. Literally nothing. I have my doll. I have one of my original dolls that I got when I was 1 or 2. Puddin'. Her name is Puddin'. She's a Madame Alexander doll from the late 60s, and she's very cool. So I have her, so I love her. But that's about it. And then from the other side of my family, from my dad, you guys know I lost my inheritance, so I don't even have pictures of my family from that side. He gave them all to his new wife and her daughter. So this is the path I was given. And I feel that if I hadn't gotten this path, I probably wouldn't have met Skippy. So rather than being wealthy on the mansion with my father's money, or given the stuff I should have been given for my family, if all that didn't happen, I wouldn't have met Skippy. And so I did win in the end. This is just the path that was given to me in this life. So don't be sorry for me. I also believe in soul contracts and past lives. So I do believe that before I came to this earth, they said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I've probably been here a million times. I need to do some really hard stuff and learn some really hard lessons this time. And hopefully it's my last time here. And so I think I probably agreed to everything, all this pain that I go through. Those are lessons that I need to learn and overcome. Oh, you got a death bill from your mom? That's a real shitty paper seatbelt. Dang. Dang. She says, I feel it. I didn't get anything from my mom except her death bill. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, if my mom sends me a death bill, she lives 25 minutes away, and I have blocked her. I don't see her. I don't talk to her. I stay away. But if I ever got a death bill from my mother or some sort of bill, I would burn it. I would take it to court. It'd be like hell to the no, no, no. Return to sender. Exactly, Amy. It's all true. You're very positive. It's all a mindset, Miss Dawn says. And Heather says, whoa, paper seatbelt. Even that one made Heather feel something. Yeah, getting the death bill is real rude. It's hot out here and it's sticky. We've been streaming for 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 54 seconds. Hi, Eagle. What's up with you? I do have you. I love you, Eagle. Good to see you in chat. I had a little fire going, sweetie. Let's go fuck with it. You want to go fuck with it a little bit? It's a smoke pit now. Smoke. It's not the fire, it's the smoke now. It's coming my way, too. Just do this a little bit. All right, bye, Flying Unicorn Cat. Don't let your phone die. It was good to see you, sweetie. Have a good night. Have a good night. Do you guys want to spin with me? I'm always spinning for you. Now do you want to spin with me? I should put you on my chest harness and do a cartwheel with you, too. Could you imagine? And look at here. The ceiling is amazing. Just total trees. I don't think this is gonna... Oh, I guess it might pop a little bit of fire, maybe. It might do a little something. I think it's pretty much done, though. What are we doing? I mean, it's wild here today. I'll tell you what. Wild here tonight. He just wanted to show you guys his butt. Jesus fucking Christ, people. I'm gonna need this power bank in a minute. Ooh, shit. Okay, it didn't break. The evil eye. Don't fuck with it. So now what? Yeah, and there's skirts. You can't see up my dress because it's just shorts, weirdos. Don't get excited. Chaos. Chaos, Eagle. What do you want? They're 22. Okay? Do you remember when you were 22? Because I do, and I was an asshole. So, I guess that's just what happens. This is one of my pink joints. I started smoking it on my stream yesterday when I was out, but I couldn't finish it. Oh, it's smoking. We should probably keep that behind me so we're keeping track of the smoke. It might go up in flames again. I wish I had some more wood to put on that fire. I do not, people. I don't got shit. Anthony, welcome to chat. He says you look like a goer. What is that? I don't know what that is, sweetie. What's a goer? Miss Dawn says, nice and pretty. Thank you. I don't know what. Are you talking about the joint? It's out already. What's a goer, you guys? Does anyone know? I do not. Dogs barking over there. Miss Dawn says OnlyFans. Pot smoker. Yeah, I'm a pot smoker. This is a cannabis content channel. We've been smoking all the pot over here. We're down to a joint now. I got a joint. I got a steamroller. I got the Labubu, which is the best one. Duh. And I've got this Blink, if you love all my toys. I have garbage can cover areolas. Darling, you're so wrong. My areolas are so tiny. Tiny, tiny pink. Light pink. Pierced with a barbell. With pink little balls at the end that glow in the dark. Oh, my nipples and my areolas are very, very tiny. And that's a beautiful thing. Garbage can cover areolas. I think that you're, you know, what do they call that when you're talking about yourself? Could you imagine if I did, though, on my boobs? Huge. It would be horrifying. It'd be horrifying. So no, what you're imagining in your mind is horrifying. What you should be imagining is my beautiful little perfect titties, okay? My areolas are very small, so get over yourself, weirdo. What's your satisfaction with large garbage can areolas? It's the weirdest comment I've heard in a while. I'm going to defend my poor areolas. I don't even know what you would be saying. Oh, projecting. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. I think you'd be projecting, like Paper Seatbelt says. Yeah, you're projecting because you have huge, ugly areolas. Okay? Weirdo. Mine are teeny and pink and perfect, and they point up. So shut your face. Dude, I have no idea what we're smoking today. It came out of this grinder. It went into this joint. It went into this. And then some of it went into this. So we're smoking a lot of it. And I don't know. So do they pop up? Yes, because they're both pierced. So I always have poppy, pokey, hard nipples. Always, because they're pierced. Does that satisfy your question? About my nipples? Guys, have you heard it all? Is the vagina questions coming next? Do I need to put like a thing on the, do I need to pin a comment letting you guys know about that too? You guys are a little personal sometimes. Like, I don't mind telling you, but it's weird that you ask or say these things. You guys are weird. Yeah, I'm with Jen's house pain. Extremely weird, she says. Heather's like, nah, Heather don't even want to hear this shit. Miss Dawn says, I'm surprised other neighbors don't call the cops for noise. I am too. I'm very surprised because all the other neighbors are assholes. And the ones directly across the street, they have little children. Little children, the ones you hear playing in the street all the time, but they're little and they're... You think I'm getting it bad right next door? I am. But I think right across the street, it'd be echoing into their house a lot worse, right? And they got little kids. And then there's Amy and Diane next door, the drunks. So they're probably too drunk to know what's going on. Then everybody else on the street is elderly. And then new people live next door. So yeah, I do think that one of them will call the cops. I do think that one of them should call the cops. I've already done it once. I'm not going to be that Karen, you know. I'm annoyed, but it's not harming me. And I don't want to be that asshole. I hope someone else is. I don't know. And it always happens to me. Always. The last place I lived was, well, that was a haunted place, and we were only there 4 months. But the place before that, Skippy and I were there for 8 years. Same thing. For some reason, all the kids in the neighborhood wanted to come play in the street in front of our house. Same as here. I don't have kids. I want your kids in front of my house screaming. It's not a public playground to put them in the playground. So it's like everywhere I go, my neighbors are doing weird shit like this. And I just want peace and quiet. We moved into this street because this backyard looked like this, peaceful. And it's on a dead end street with a bunch of old people. We thought, oh, how lovely and quiet. It's been more assholes and chaos than I've ever heard in my life. Either the one neighbors are drunk screaming at me, blacked out. The other neighbors, they put their kids in the street because they think it's a public playground. These neighbors, they don't take care of their house, but they let their 22-year-old have 18 kids over here acting like this. I was corrected when I did call the police that day. He said the cops said they're not kids. Okay, well, they're 22 years old. They're acting like kids over there. You know, if they're responsible for that house, if their parents let them use that house, maybe they should be more chill so that people don't want to call the cops on them. But did we think that at 22? I don't think we did. I think I was being as rowdy and crazy as I could be at 22. So, I don't know. Is this karma? Is this my karma? You wouldn't tolerate it? You'd call the cops? Patchwork Star says he has areolas on his forehead. Word. Oh, word. And his balls probably hang down to the fucking ground. Haunted, please tell more. Well, I've lived in a couple haunted places, but the last place was very haunted. You can go see it on YouTube. The second we moved out of it, a guy moved in, and he ended up going to prison for kidnapping a woman, keeping her in a bin in that house alive, and doing a lot of bad things to her in that bin. And she now lives in a facility, paralyzed and kind of lost her mind. Why was there a bin there? Because Skip and I moved out so fast because it was so haunted that we left that bin there. And there's a story on YouTube about a house. All you gotta do is go in the search bar, type in house in Cleveland, woman in a bin. That is the haunted house Skip and I moved out of. Did you ever see the movie like Poltergeist, where they had to leave in the middle of the night and run through the rain, like things, or you know, Amityville Horror, like you're screaming, get out of the house. So that happened to me and Skippy at that last house. I think the address was 3177 West 97th Street. You can even look it up on Zillow. And you can see in the windows, there's demon faces in the windows. It was the most haunted place I'd ever lived in. It was about 125 years old. Biggest house on the street. They used to have funerals there. They had a funeral front room. The air in there was thick. The walls were the original woodwork. And in the original woodwork, you could see the shape of a demon with horns, a tail, claws, the whole bit. In the funeral room, which was like a, you know, like, I don't know, I guess a family room. It was where they held funerals back in the Victorian days there for everybody around there. There was a curse written on the wall, so that anybody that lives here will be cursed and or will die. And it was just constant. It was not, and I'm a green witch, so I can get rid of spirits. I'm sensitive, I can feel spirits. I can't hear them or see them, but I can feel them and get rid of them. I did everything I could to get rid of them. I could do nothing. It was demonic. It was evil energy. So after 4 months, we moved out of there. And the place we lived before that was 9 years we lived. The place before that was 8 years. So Skip and I don't move around real quick. We find a place and we stay. But that particular spot, and our dog died there that night. We felt that the house had something to do with it. As we were moving out of the house, it was making moaning sounds. We got a U-Haul, we booked out of there. There was a couple things left in there, like Skip's china, but the house was making this moaning sound. It was the middle of the day, sunlight. I grabbed his shirt and I said, don't go back in. He said, I have to get my grandma's china. And he went, and I grabbed him. I said, don't go back in there. Listen to that house. Look at it. Don't go back in there. I was terrified. And he said, okay. And we left his grandma's china there and a lot of stuff. We left that bin there. So there's at least 4 police body cam shows here on YouTube that show that story of when we moved out and the next guy moved in and he hurt that woman. And there's body cam footage of the police finding that woman in that house. So just look for woman in a bin, Cleveland, Ohio, police body cam. You'll find it. It's very scary. So that's the haunted house. It was crazy. It was very scary. Skip drove by it recently because he's a YouTuber and he wanted to put it on his channel. And he told me he was going to do it, and he was going to drive by with his buddy. Skip doesn't drive, so his buddy, after work was going to drive him by, and I was scared. I said, please don't. I've never gone by that house since we left because I'm afraid of the house. I'm afraid the house will recognize me, see me, get me somehow. It got that lady, didn't it? It got that dude who's in prison forever now, didn't it? It got my dog, didn't it? Once when I was there and I was sitting on the front porch, I'd lived there for about 2 months. I was on the front porch and a woman who was driving by stopped and she was in the street. She goes, girl. She goes, I used to live here. She goes, it's haunted. You need to get the fuck out of there. I said, yeah, I kind of got that vibe that it's haunted. I said, what's up with that? She goes, there's at least 17 dogs buried in the backyard. You can't move. You can't live here without it taking your dog. And she said that to me and I was freaked out because my dog had died the day before. And I thought the house had something to do with it. And then things got real weird and real scary. Skip and I moved out within a week. We rented a truck. We took almost everything. We left a lot of stuff, including the bin that the woman was found in. So go check that shit out. Yeah, the house has a red door, exactly. And the red door is a lot of the thing on the body cam, on the body cam for the police. The people in the neighborhood, they say it's the house with the red door, the house with the red door. Yeah, I think the address is 3177. It might be 3711. It's one of those, West 97th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. And it's terrifying. If you look at it in Zillow, if you look at the upstairs windows, you can see faces. I didn't make that up. You can go look at that shit yourself. It was the scariest place I've ever lived. I've lived in another haunted place, the film building, Suite 666, where I had a tombstone of a Victorian girl in my apartment with me for 9 years there. That place was haunted, but not by demons. Okay, different things. I also had that tombstone protecting me. And when my ex-boyfriend was done with that weird shit he was doing with the tombstone, I called the FBI, I called the police, and I had that returned because he had stolen it back where it belongs. So I do believe that tombstone protected me in the other haunted house that I lived in. And it wasn't a house, it was a building. It was a warehouse apartment, but it was very haunted by a lot of spirits and a lot of ghosts. But I don't think any demons. I've never experienced anything demonic like I did in this last home that we lived in. And like I said, that home was like 125 years old. It was very old. And back in the day, you guys, they didn't have funeral homes. So usually the biggest house on the block, they had a family room. That's where that name comes from. And in that family room, the family would lay out bodies of not just their family, but everyone around the town. So I did research on that house, and they did use that house for a funeral parlor. And you could feel it. You could walk into that room, and as soon as you walked into that room, it felt like you were walking into Jello. It felt like it was animated. I'm very into paranormal stuff. I'm also a green witch, and I'm also a sensitive. So I like it and I don't like it. Being a sensitive, that stuff scares me, and sometimes I want to turn it off. But luckily, I can't hear them or see them. I can just feel them. Jive says, do you live in Ohio? Yes, I do. Cleveland, Ohio, sweetie. The name of my channel is The Real Housewife of Cleveland. That means Real Housewife of Cleveland. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Danny Phantom Live, who makes the documentaries on me, he knows about that story, and he's seen the YouTube. There's at least 4 YouTube shows about that. They find the woman alive in the bin, you guys. It's worth checking out on YouTube. Danny wants to make a documentary about that sometime, and so when he does get to Cleveland sometime, the plan is that I take him to that house and show it to him, and he'll do a little thing on that. I don't like to do it. I don't want to do it myself because I don't like to talk about it. It scares me. Okay, so Amy says, I hope that guy that tortured her got life. It sounds like he was going to leave that woman in the tote to die. He was going to leave that woman in the tote to die, or he put her in the tote because he knew the cops were coming in and he was hiding her, and then he was just going to kill her. He had already raped her. He had already paralyzed her. He had already done that to her, but the cops were knocking on the door, so I have a feeling that he put her in that bin to hide her. And the cops had already been through the house and had not found her. And then they went outside the house and she started yelling, help me, and they heard her. They thought she was under the front porch. It's an enclosed front porch. It's real cool, old school. But boy, was it scary. From the moment I moved in there, I never enjoyed one moment of it, and I love old homes. It scared me from the minute I was there till the minute I left. So go check that out, you guys. It's something to see. And that poor woman, I sometimes, want to maybe write her a letter, send her a card, send her flowers, but then I just think it's best if I don't involve myself at all. Um, Look, I blame myself for leaving that tote there. Maybe if I hadn't left that tote there, he couldn't have hit her, and maybe she wouldn't have gotten paralyzed. Or maybe that tote saved her life. I don't know. So I go back and forth about that a lot. She wouldn't have been in that tote if it hadn't been for me and Skip leaving that tote there. So I do have a lot of weird mixed feelings about that. Yes, Heather, please put the link in there if you can. I would really love that, sweetie. Hi, not a Biden fan. Good to see you, sweetie. Heather, if you can find one of those, and like I said, there's like 4, and the keywords you want to look up are Cleveland, Ohio, woman in tote, woman in bin. I think one of them is called woman loses her limbs in bin. And they're all Axum Cleveland police body cam footage, AXOM. So between all that, you should be able to find. There's at least 4 that I've seen on here. It's a pretty big YouTube story, and it happened the second I moved out of there. So don't live in haunted houses. The second I moved into this place from there, I'm a green witch, so I saged the entire perimeter, the whole front yard, the whole backyard, and not just inside my perimeter, right outside. And then I got a ton of salt, and that salt locks it in. So I got rid of any negative spirits, any negative energy with the sage, and then I salted it, so that locks it in, and that didn't work here. There's no spirits here, nothing, never. There was a little something here when I got here, but it wasn't evil or bad, and it left the second I did that. Believe me, I tried to do all that on West 97th Street. Nothing worked. There was a demon in there, just like in the movies, just like in the movies. And it was scary. And I do believe the place was cursed. I don't believe it was because of all the funerals in there, but I believe in residual energy. And I think all that residual energy from all that sadness, all those dead people being in there, didn't help, right? Didn't help. Prez Prez says, I buy popcorn. What kind of popcorn? I just ate a half a box of Crunch and Munch today. Crunch and Munch. The box of Crunch and Munch. Do you remember it? It's almost like Cracker Jack, but it comes in a bigger box. Okay, so we got Crunch and Munch this week. Skip ate most of the box. There was like a third left. I ate the rest of it today in a one sitting. Crunch and Munch. When's the last time you had Crunch and Munch? I like popcorn. I like it with a lot of butter and a little bit of salt. I've had it with garlic salt on it. That's yummy sometimes. Okay, so wasn't his name Darius or something? So he was sentenced to 16 to 20 years. That's shameful. He should have fucking gotten life. That's shameful. Go Blue. Hail, hail, Michigan. That's funny after the dentist. The link is the news talking about the woman. Good enough, Heather. How did you know there was something in this new home? What did you feel? Well, I've always been there. Like since I'm a little kid, I can feel the spirits around me. If they're there, I can feel them. What did I feel here? I felt old Victorian family. I felt maybe displaced people that were hanging out maybe in a place that they used to love. Maybe like an older guy and an older woman, maybe a couple. They didn't talk to me, they didn't bug me, but I could feel them here. So I told them that they would be better off to go to the light. And I showed them where the light was. And I gave them options of different ways they could get to the light. And I talked to them. And then I saged it, and I shooed them off my property, and I told them to go to the light, and I actually, when I do that kind of a thing, I feel it. So I did feel them go, and I've never felt them ever since. And they weren't bad. It wasn't demonic. It wasn't like the other place, but they didn't need to be here anymore. And I can't share my space with things like that. And things like that shouldn't be around. I would rather help them get somewhere where they need to go. I say I can't hear spirits, but once I heard a spirit, just once. I used to work at a haunted restaurant in the flats in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was cleaning up upstairs. There was an upstairs, and it was after a huge party of people, and I was just dishes and slop on the table, and something in my ear just kind of moved, and I felt something, and someone said, Jennifer. And I looked, and nobody was there, and then just the second I thought that I was insane, someone, Jennifer. But that's the only time I've ever heard anything in my life. I was probably about 35 years old at that time. I'm trying to remember the name of that restaurant because it's still there. It's still in the flats. It's a really good restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. It was Scary Eagle. I didn't like it. I went and I told the manager that, and I told her that I wanted to go home and not finish my shift. And she let me because she had experienced that and other people had experienced that at the same time. That restaurant was known for having it. The Flatiron, that's it. The Flatiron Cafe, Cleveland, Ohio Flats. It's very old itself. So that is the name of it. That's the only time I ever heard a ghost in my life. But I feel them all the time. When I go to the Walgreens, I feel a ghost. Every time I go to the thrift store, I feel a ghost. But they're never demons and they're never harmful. They crowd me, they bother me. I try to imagine a light switch and I try to turn that off in my mind, and that sometimes helps. Sometimes it doesn't. But I rarely get scared. In that 97th house, I was scared almost every day, almost every night. The feeling was bad. I know the difference between just a paranormal thing and a bad thing, and they're very different. I did call Ghostbusters Jive. I did call Ghostbusters. They came and they smeared them down with the goop. Paper Seatbelt said the whisper thing happened to her once too. What happened? Do you mind if I ask, like, did they say a whole sentence to you? Did they say one word to you? And if it, was it your name? Did they say your name? I'd be interested to hear more of that story. But it was only once. And it's rare for me to hear something, so I don't know why that was. I didn't care why it was, and I just wanted to go. I didn't think it meant me harm, but it freaked me out. And it was my end of my shift anyways. I was really tired. I remember it was a party of like 50. It was upstairs, so there was no elevator. So to clean the upstairs, we had to carry all these huge heavy plates downstairs. And I was just like, let me go, you know? There's a ghost talking to me. I'm not doing any more of this today. Okay, Seatbelt says, I was in bed and it was in the living room, and we both heard someone say my name, only your name. You both, you and your man. Oh shit, so thing again, huh? Weird coincidence. Weird coinky dink. I somehow knew you were gonna say that too, that it was your name. Okay, see, they're all leaving. They're done. The band is done. So see, if I could just handle that. Now the house is abandoned again till the next time they come, which might be what, a day or two or three. Sometimes they don't come for a week, but when they come, it's like, but here's the other alternative. What if their parents lived here? Their parents got a 6-year-old kid. He'd be running around screaming right now. So I gotta take the sweet with the sour, right? It's a little bit different. Do I want the punk rock 22-year-olds, or do I want the family that are really the assholes with their little kid running around that's probably not doing well either? Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Yeah, it's fine as it's done by 9. Actually, I think the law in Lakewood is 10. So as long as they are done by 10, I'm fine with that. And I'm not really fine with that. As a neighbor and as a homeowner, and living on a dead-end street, I really think that you should not be that loud ever. You can have your band practice in there, and you can have that dial, instead of being on 6, you can have it on 2 or 3, right? It doesn't have to be crazy. And you can see your practicing done. So this was the first time I saw a couple ladies leaving here today. So I think that's why they were being a little bit louder. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, just my guess. Oh no, they're coming back. They're all coming back. Jesus Christ. Round 2. They forget the weed? I don't know. It's only 8. What time is it here? 8 p.m., Miss Dawn. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Who am I? I grew up with the likes of 9 Inch Nails. I used to hang out with Lemmy. I have hung out with Slash on the West Coast, the Midwest, the West Coast, and the Midwest, and the West Coast again. Like, who am I? What kind of Karen am I that I don't want the kids to play in their band? I just want everyone to be quiet around me. I don't want the kids in the street playing. Keep them in your yard. I don't want the band members playing in the parents' adult house when the parents and the adults can't take care of the house. Can we just check? Can I show you this? This is a nice neighborhood. This is a nice street. Okay. So this happened when we had the tornado touchdown. When was that? Beginning of spring. Okay. Every fucking day, at least the kids come by. They're playing in the band. You can't put that up. I gotta look at. I've set it up once or twice myself, but it falls down. You can't take 3 nails to that. I mean, my God, you can do all. Look at this. Why can't you? Hello. What's the deal? And you heard them pounding. I know that they're pounding because they're probably hanging up blankets and stuff, so it soundproofs the house. I have news for you guys. It's not soundproofing it. I appreciate your trying to do it, but it's not working, man. It's not working. But I think they were showing off with the ladies today. A couple ladies left the house. These are usually like, 12 to 15 guys. I didn't even know they could have girlfriends, these guys. And then there's some girls leaving with like fishnet stockings and stuff today. So I think that they were showing off a little bit. Was I ever a groupie? No, I never was a groupie because I was always dating someone in the band. So there's a very difference. There's the guys in the band that fuck all the girls in the show. And then there's a guy in the band that has a girlfriend for a couple years, and the girlfriend always comes with him. I was the girlfriend that always went with him. So I dated Richard Patrick. He was the guitar player for 9 Inch Nails. He later became Filter, the lead singer for Filter. He's touring right now. He's a great guy. Him and I became friends afterwards. We hung out for a good decade or more, even after we dated. His brother is Robert Patrick, the Liquid Terminator from Terminator 3. So they come from a good family here in Bay Village. They grew up in Bay Village. I knew his parents. They were very wealthy. The movie Double Dragon with Robert Patrick was filmed here in Cleveland, so I was able to watch that. So groupie. A lot of people would call me a groupie, right? Because there I am, backstage on the tour bus. At Ozfest, when 9 Inch Nails played, their tour bus broke. So they had to use Ozzy's tour bus. So there I am. I'm not sitting in the seats watching the show. I'm on Ozzy's tour bus with 9 Inch Nails and the rest of the people. Does that make me a groupie? No, because I've been loyally dating this guy for years. And after that, we still got that attention, me and my new boyfriend, because we were friends with him. And then he left 9 Inch Nails and became Filter. Filter had a one-hit wonder called Hey Man, Nice Shot. Richard was sitting in our living room one day, and we showed Richard a video. It was a pretty bad video. He went home, freaked out, and wrote that song, Hey Man, Nice Shot. So that was basically thought up in my living room, that one-hit wonder. I think that song's in the movie Cable Guy. So was I ever a groupie? Never. A groupie is a girl who fucks guys on the road. I always had a boyfriend who was in a band, and he was in 9 Inch Nails or in Filter. Me and my girlfriend Tracy once followed Skinny Puppy for a couple shows: Cleveland, Detroit, Cincinnati, Columbus. And we did get backstage, but we weren't fucking those guys. We were smoking pot with the lead singer of Skinny Puppy. His name was Nivik. His real name was Kevin. So I didn't fuck him. I've hung out with Slash numerous times. Got high with him in Hollywood and here in Cleveland. Hung out with him and his wife. But Miss Dawn says write a book. No, I don't want to write a book, and I don't want a journal. That is why I tell these stories here. So I've told all these stories ad nauseum many times. I'm just kind of going over them a little bit for you guys here. That's why I stream. That's why I document my life, because I didn't want to write a book, because I didn't want to journal this. These stories are better for film. Okay, we did F a little bit there. So that's why I choose this medium to put this down. And that's why I like you, chat, being so interactive and asking me these old questions. Look, a lot of streamers, especially chicks, if you ask them about their past and stuff, they would be like, no, don't talk to me about my stripper day. You know, I want to tell you guys everything. Stories were amazing, you know. I want to tell you about the time I was on stage and Dennis Rodman walked in and made it rain on me, you know, like, there were good times. The time I drove Kiefer Sutherland's car down Sunset Boulevard. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of good things to say, and I've met some amazing people. So no, I wasn't a groupie. I was always a friend, a homie, someone that they grew up with, like their sister, or I was dating them. I also can prove that I'm not a groupie because my body count is 7. I've only had sex with 7 people in my life, including Skippy, and I'm 56 years old. So I never dated anybody in a band. Well, I guess Richard was the one person I dated in a band, and it was going to be a one-night stand, and then we ended up dating for years and being friends still to this day. So I guess I tried to be a groupie once, and that didn't work. I think I was on a different level, you guys, but I also come from Cleveland. So there was different levels in Cleveland to be a part of. There was a lot of people in music. I don't know what I'm trying to get back in my chat here, and it won't let me. Let me look up here. Miss Dawn says we like hearing this. Amy says you have had very interesting experiences. Yes, one of the reasons I stream, and one of the reasons that I'm a streamer that reads chat, because I really believe you guys, as an interactive part of my diary, brings those stories out. I wouldn't have talked about that, the stream, right? I wouldn't have come in and been like, I used to date a guy in 9 Inch Nails. We've talked about it before, but I wouldn't lead with that. So as I stack my daily diary entries, this is an experiment for me. So in 20 years, I can open this and be like, oh, maybe I won't remember everything that I told you just now about Richard, you know, and that will be fun. Also, Richard's touring right now with Crystal Method, and he looks wonderful. And his brother, Robert Patrick, the Terminator, comes and sees him. Sometimes Richard will have him on stage. Sometimes Richard will be singing, hey man, nice shot on stage. His brother, the Terminator, will come on there, even to this day. So if Filter comes to your hometown, go see them, because they're still as good as ever. I have really only good things to say about Richard. He was a nice guy. Came from a good family. When I first got married to Skip, he put me and Skippy on the guest list when he played in Cleveland at the House of Blues, because he wanted to meet Skippy. And he wanted to make sure I was okay. So Skip and I went to that show, and that was the last time I had seen Richard in person. But Skip and Richard know each other too. So my chat's gone here. Look at that. Look at that. Heather! Heather! Will you explain that to me? I can see everything, but there's no chat. Hello, people. I can't talk to you that way. Let me try something. Let me just leave this crazy town. I got a lot going on my phone. I gotta take some of this away. Come on, lady. Look at this. Look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. So that picture is about, 15, 18 years old. That's one of my Suicide Girl photo shoots. Look at, I had the victory curls in my hair and the corset on. And that was a foot fetish, must have been a foot fetish photo shoot, because those shoes were given to me by a foot fetish customer, and you couldn't even walk in them. They may not look that high, but they were so high. The arch was so high, they were fetish shoes, and you couldn't walk in them. And then this was like a little corset and slip from the 1800s, and an antique mirror. So there's one of my old Suicide Girl pictures. Why is that on my phone? It's not. This is Skippy's phone. That's what he keeps on his phone. Sexy pictures of me that I will share with you. What do you think about that? You know I was a Suicide Girl, right? Go find some of those pictures. They're out there. I've done quite a few photo shoots that are in magazines. No porn. I've never done porn, but I've done many a nude photo shoot. Suicide Girls did stuff where it was like tattoos and pinup girl type stuff. So I did a little bit of stuff for them, and I did a little bit of stuff for some other magazines. Prazzer Praz says your live socks. Prazzer Praz, let's break that down. Prazzer Praz. You know Prazzer Praz is the most handsome man in chat, you guys. Do you know that? Prazzer Praz, come closer. Come close to me, Prazzer Praz. Boop. Right on the nose. You know what he said to me? He said, your live socks. Socks. Prazzer Praz. Socks like my feet? Socks. You want me to get socks on, Prazzer Prez? My live socks? Again, Prazzer Prez, if you're going to troll me, especially you, Prazzer Prez, because I love you. So if you're going to troll me, you have to learn how to spell, my dear. I think you meant to say my live socks. I don't know. Or my live socks. You want me to put socks on during my live? A or B? Ms. Dawn says, I have tons of stilettos too. Yes, me too. Boxes and boxes and boxes of them. That's why occasionally on a Sunday I'll dress up for you guys and just bring out some old stripper shoes. How about the next stream? I'll bring out my biggest pair of stripper shoes that I have. Just like the clear, crazy stripper ones. I'll do that. You'll love it. And then you'll have to be in chat, Miss Dawn. You'll have to put yours on and prance around with me. Okay? Heather says, I'm glad I didn't get married. Well, to each their own, Heather. I will say that when I got married, let me rephrase this. Let me reframe it, as Daisy would tell me. Me getting married was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Me getting married is the reason the universe put me on this planet, was to be married. Heather, when I was your age, I swore I would never even date again. So Heather, boop, that could change when your Romeo walks by you one day. How will you know he's Romeo? Because you'll see sparkles and rainbows emanating off him, and you won't be able to handle your shit. So, don't close that door, Heather. Pooh. Heather Pooh. What's that, Bob? She doesn't know she got trolled. We just discussed how Prazzer Prez was trolling me. Hey, Prazzer Prez is my buddy. And we met with him trolling me. He's allowed to troll me, and I troll him because we're trolls, but we also like each other. What do you think about that, weirdo? I'm not so sure about you, Bob. So I do know I got trolled. I was just discussing it with my troll, who's my buddy and my supporter. What do you think about that? Turkey's in the house. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. Turkey's in the house. Oh, 4 of them are back. God dang it. What do you think? Do you think it was a beer run? I don't know. Heather's putting up a killer tower. We're getting a killer tower. Miss Dawn says, so happy for you, Jen. Good advice.
I have like $8,000 for shows. Huh? You're selling tickets off a shady website. You just taking all the money out of the show. Mario Judah. Mario Judah? Yeah. I found you. Never mind. This thing has no.
Oh, I hear the babies. They heard him too. Yeah, they're back. Wow, wow, hello, hello. Dinner. barking. Stop barking and watch out for Baxter. Stop. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't eat. You're both eating the leaves right away. Don't eat the leaves. Heather, did you hear that? They're eating the leaves. Annabelle is protective of me. Annabelle has taken over the Mugsy's role. I will say she's trying to get real close to me. Look at this one eating the. No, no, stop eating that. Hey, I don't want you eating this leaf. Hey, you either. Come on, look, it's in your mouth. Get it out of your mouth. Get it out. Get it out of your mouth. Come on. Come on, ladies. Why must you eat the leaves? Come on, come out here and do something. You want to get a toy? Here, I got a ball. What about this? Does this do anything for you? Does this do anything for you? Want this ball? You might want that. You might want that. How about if we... Oh, look, there's little bee. Bring it to mommy. Good girl. Oh, go. She's moving now. She's hauling ass. Well, you didn't get it? You want to get the bomb pop? Let's try the bomb pop. Let's try this one. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let's try. Okay. Oh, there's your sister. She's coming for you. Scuba-doo. Ready? Get it. Baxter's like, oh, look at these ladies. Look how little he is compared to them. Come on, little bee. Come on, little Baxter. I think I saw Taco Bell, cloudy sunflower field. I didn't see any beer. I saw Taco Bell burritos, so I think we're doing okay. Hi, little buddy. Hi, little buddy. Okay, let's all get away from the fire. Come on, let's all get away from the fire. User, does Daisy the Venice Healer still do live stream? Well, I haven't seen her stream on YouTube in a very long time, but I have seen her do some TikToks. She has a secret TikTok called Wisdom. You can go find her at Wisdom on TikTok. She does some stuff on there, but mostly she's trying to be interviewed. I don't think she feels secure enough to live stream right now. I feel like she always had a friend, a buddy, a boyfriend, and now she's got a lot going wrong, so she needs people to interview her to make her look important or feel important, right? I don't feel like she can just press live and sit here and talk like she used to, because too many people are on her about her kids and her life and blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking to her. Mary's not talking to her. Emmy's not talking to her. Jeff's not talking to her. Her husband that she married is gone. So, you know, I don't really know what she has left other than the meth heads on the beach that she calls her tribe. So I don't know that she wants to stream that. And if she does, I don't know what she really gonna say. So, no, I haven't seen her streaming. I don't watch her either. But people will send me clips of what she does most of the time, and I haven't been too much. The last thing I saw was that it was a Santa Monica close-up from yesterday, where she was taking that dog from its owners and giving it to someone who was not aware they were going to take it, and the dog seemed traumatized. So that's the last time I saw Daisy do anything. And the last time before that was, again, Santa Monica close-up with another dog. So that's where she seems to be wanting to show herself. If you're not subscribed to @Santa Monica Close Up, His name is Fabian. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. He's actually an ex-journalist from Santa Monica. He's retired, but he spends his time on the beach filming things, and Daisy gets in the way of that quite a bit. Paper seatbelt said they're so loud. Weren't we all at 22 though? I keep trying to like not be a dick, but I am a dick. Let's just be real clear. So I would advise you not to go watch Daisy the Venice Healer's live streams. I would advise you just to go watch Danny Phantom Live's documentaries on me and her. And how can you find that? Go to Danny Phantom Live, or just go right here on my channel on my shorts. And I've made many collabs the last few days of half of Danny, of what he's done, and half of me and Daisy's streams. And there's still me and Daisy's streams here on my channel. You guys can go back and find if you wanted to. Prez says now he buys used floss. He's not just using used floss, he's buying it. Come. Be right back. Anyone remember? Anyone remember? Anyone remember a month ago when I was in my front yard, minding my own business, streaming quietly, and from this house, Janie's Got a Gun started playing? As these women put their speakers in their windows and tried to get my stream shut down? Do you remember that? I should go sit on my front porch just to make them uncomfortable. Oh, hey, hi. This is a very big close-up for you. It's horrendous. I'm sorry about that. Jesus Christ, it should never be done. Prez is laughing. Heather says Daisy and Lori Rain are weirdos. Oh yeah, that's an understatement of the year, of the century. Prez says, get back with floss. Get back with floss. Get back? Like, what do you mean? Put the floss in your butt? Is that what you're talking about, Prez? You want to put the floss in the butt now? So, I'm an ex-stripper, so we called G-strings floss. So, when you say back and floss, I think of floss up the butt. I know you were probably thinking I meant something totally different there. But that's your sick mind. You guys are weird. I wouldn't put dental floss up my actual butt. But strippers had to wear floss up our butt. Do you see the difference? Did you want to put floss up your butt? Because you can. I'll still love you, Prez. Are you asking me to? Do you want me to do that on stream? Prez, will you tip me if I go put some dental floss up my butt right now? He will. I know he will. My chat phone's dying. It's a problem. That's why I brought this thing out. It's got a long cord. Jesus fucking Christ. Nothing up the butt. I don't want anything up the butt. Just in case you guys are wondering, I don't like things up the butt. That's why I don't wear underwear. Because I was a stripper for so long. I was a stripper for over 20 years. Do you know how many G-strings I had to wear? So when strippers retire, they don't ever want to wear G-strings anymore, which means they basically just don't wear underwear. We go commando all the time. So no more floss up the butt. I knew a girl that used to be able to put ping pong balls in her vagina and shoot them out at the customers, but I digress. That's different, isn't it? It's different than dental floss up your butthole. Okay, this is going left. No kids in chat. You must be over 18 to be in this chat. Yeah, no bras too. I only wear bras on stream. The second, before I'm pushing live, I'm putting a bra on. And the second I press end, I take it off. Actually, there was one stream about 2.5 years ago where I pressed end and I didn't think I didn't do it right, and I was still live. And Eric was in chat, Yub Nub, and quite a few people. And I did one of these and whipped the bra out with the shirt. I swear to God. You didn't see the tits, but I did one of these, ladies, you know, unhook it and just pull it through. Oh, yeah, it was amazing. Prez or Prez is only 13. I know, but you are my exception, sweetie. You're allowed to stay. You're allowed to stay. You're my favorite 13-year-old Prez or Prez. That sounded creepier than creepy. He's not 13, you guys. Him and I are trolling each other. Heather, what's a G-string? I love Heather. She is so innocent. She really doesn't know. She's a good Christian Baptist woman. Heather, a G-string is like the panties that you wear, but they have no butt, so it's just a string that goes up your butt, and it really doesn't have anything on the front either. It just covers the basic lips and gash of the vagina. That's all it covers, and then it's just strings here. So us strippers, we call that dental floss, honey. And it's not comfortable. Men think you look sexy in it. It might be true, but it feels like shit. So. So when you say you buy used floss, are you talking about used G-strings then? Are you buying used G-strings that the strippers wear? Because that could be what it is. Prez or Prez, that could be where we're going with this convo. You buy used floss, so you buy the used stripper G-strings, the real thin ones. I wore the tiniest ones. Like some girls would wear like just G-strings that were normal. No, I wore the ones that barely covered, like just scandalously covered nothing. And the rest was literally just like a spaghetti string. I mean, what was the point? I was there to be nude, right? My job was to be naked, so I wasn't trying to cover it up too much. Ooh. Here we go. What time is it? 8:24. $8:24. Do you want to hit this a little bit? Oh, that's loud, yo. Let me see if Amy and Diane are watching. Let's peek around the corner at them. Peek around the corner. Oh, yeah. There they are. There they are. I know they look innocent, but if I go out there, they'll call me white trash and all kinds of things, and I'll have to call the police. They're the ones that I have 2 police reports against, and the police are like, the next time they harass you, they're being taken in. I swear to God, there's 2 old ladies. Why? I don't know, because they're drunk. That's the only reason. There was no fight. I never did anything to them. I sit out there and I garden quietly, and they'll be like, you're white trash. They're absolutely insane. I don't know what's wrong with them. I've never engaged with them. I filmed them once, but when my channel got taken down last June, that was gone too. There is some of them on my TikTok if you want to go see. You kill me, go sit in the front, because then I might have to call the police. Like literally, if they start shit with me, I have to call the police. But at least it'll be on stream, right? Yeah, the last time they gave me a problem, I was in my front yard streaming, and they put speakers in their windows and played Janie's Got a Gun and then a Disney song, which those two songs will get my stream taken down. And it was very obvious what they were doing. Um, so I went to the police station the next day and told the police and showed them the video. And not only is that harassment with intent, but that is noise, whatever. Get them in trouble for playing their shit too loud. I just, wanted to put it down and document it. But that police officer said, you know what? I'm going to go over and have a talk with them. The cop went to their house and had a talk with them. And then last summer, the older lady, Diane, who's like 70 something, almost had to be arrested because she just wouldn't stop harassing me. They had to like carry her at her house. She was so drunk. So that's what goes on with me. I don't do anything to them. I just garden in my front yard, and it really disturbs them. If I YouTube, it really disturbs them. Mel Moon, how are you, Mel Moon? Good to see you. Prez says, just enjoy where you are. Well, Prez, you were in chat the day that happened. He was there. Prez and I were having a conversation in my front yard looking at the sunset when that happened, so I was a little freaked out. And you did calm me down when that happened, Prez. You said kind of the same thing. You were like, don't worry about that. I didn't at the moment, but I did go to the police station the next day, and they had a little visit. Don't be 70 years old and put speakers in your window and play Janie's Got a Gun to the girl across the street keeping to herself and being quiet. I could see if I'd been in the middle of the street screaming or doing huge bong hits or doing cartwheels. I was being chill. We were watching the sunset. So it was weird. Danger Chris is in chat. Hello. How are you, sweetie? Danger Chris, I'm really enjoying your content lately. It's really unique, sweetie. Everybody go subscribe to that Danger Chris 1915. You really remind me of that guy Plumes. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Plumes either here on YouTube and TikTok, Plumes at Plumes. Go check that shit out. These two guys do the same thing. They play music for animals, and the animals react. I couldn't believe that locust the other day. You were playing for that locust, and it had just come out of its shell. And then you put the locust graphic on the screen. That was the best one. Yeah, I really enjoy your, and I liked your shit before, but you've upped it quite a few notches in the past month or two. I really like what you're doing with your channel, sweetie. The locust was my favorite one ever. I'm used to the birds. I like seeing the chihuahua, but the locust, that was something. Maybe you need to start picking up some rocks, getting some potato bugs or some worms. What about a spider? I think you should open some more doorways. Did you ever consider going to the zoo? Did you ever watch that Plumes guy? Check out Plumes. Let's go see you want to go sit out front for a minute? You want me to go show you my garden? Let's go do that. Oh yeah, it's crazy. They're going to get mad. So let's go show you my garden. We'll see if they yell at me. Prepare. They said this is the herb garden. Let me show you what's going on here. And it looks amazing. This is all peppermint. Everything you see is peppermint. Peppermint. This thyme. Now I just cut a lot of it yesterday. Chives. I don't have a cute little steak, but this is the sage. Not only do I cook with the sage, but I use it and I burn it. I burn it for the same reason I use that obsidian in those crystals back there. It takes away the negative, brings forth the positive. And, this will get rid of demons, this smoke. I don't mind telling you. Oregano. The oregano. Basil. My favorite one, basil. These are all strawberries, wild strawberries, lamb's ear, lemon balm. We have the little house. That's Skippy and me. In our little house, we got a chair. What are we doing? You know what we're doing. Talking about the tea. The tea. This is the bee and butterfly drinking station. This is the tiny one over here. You guys have probably seen the video or the live stream that I've made about the butterfly and bee drinking station. I've never filmed this one. This is a little one I keep over there. Wherever I have lamb's ear or bee balm, I have a drinking area because they do come for it. So let's go look at the big one over here. Here's the big one. And you see this is all lamb's ear. Usually people cut it. I don't, because these blooms, they attract the bees. And you just keep a little water in there, only enough. See, it's just enough so they can sit on here and drink from right there. That way they don't die. I have a live stream, a whole ASMR live stream I did about that, and a video in my long video section. So you guys should go check those out. These are all my bee blooms. Those are my morning glories, and I put a string from where they grow to the columns. So they're all just reaching the columns now. And those will go from there up to that column. Do you want to see the sunset? Okay, it's not great. Hold on, gotta turn you there. Now look at that, that's pink. So that's west. The sunset just set. So there's a lot of pink out there. It's more beautiful in real life. I don't think it's reading on camera. It's beautiful though, right? Hey Shepherd. You're very hot. It's 106 degrees. Oh, Sheppy Poo. It's too hot where you are, honey. It's so perfect and lovely and nice here, Shep. I've tried to grow white sage, but it's too hot in the summer for it to thrive. Well, Sheppy Poo, and plus this one's been growing for 9 years. 9 years. So the roots on this are like ungodly, right? It's hard to grow anything right now in this heat. I don't think if these had been around for that long, they would continue to thrive like they are. Tarragon, Miss Dawn, I don't have any of that growing. Okay, so the garden markers, let me give Sarah a shout out. Yeah, Danger Chris is commenting on my garden markers. So these are amazing. You guys know that I have an Amazon wish list. It's right under my profile picture on my profile page. There's a link tree under my description. That first link is my Amazon wish list. When I used to not get donos, when I used to not be popular, when I used to hardly not have a chat, this arrived one day, and it was from a lady named Sarah, and there was a little message in the box from the Amazon wish list, and she just said, "Love your garden," and I had these on there. So shout out to Sarah. I never talked to her in chat before or after. I have no idea who she is. So whenever I do show these, I do like to give her a shout out, because this, obviously I picked this gift out myself if I put it on my Amazon wish list, but I don't expect to get it, you guys. That's just like shopping that I do that I assume I'll never get. Look at the basil one. That's the best one, because, guys, we have a friend named Basil, a chatter, and a friend named Basil. She's actually a side character in my channel. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Exactly. Shepherd, you keep saying that you're going to move where it's cooler. Oh, Shepherd, you'd love the Midwest. You'd love the Midwest. A lot of places available around here, Sheppy Poo. Come hang out with me and Skip. It's pretty. Is that from the fires? So bad here. No, the fires have pretty much cleared out. This is actually just the color of the sunset today. It really is beautiful. That's pink. That's very pink right there. Pink is my favorite color, so I kind of think they did that for me. But no, the smoke has been cleared. We had a couple good rains maybe 3 days ago. I danced in it. Do you remember me dancing in the rain the last time? And it's been clear since then, so no fire, and I can breathe. I haven't used my inhaler at all again. Shep says my brother lives in a western PA. Well, that's very close. Pennsylvania is close. Maybe you should move in with the bro. I love weather in the Midwest, Shep. I love the weather out here. Yeah, we have our hot days, but we have spring, we have fall, we have winter, we have summer, we have it all, and so it makes up for it. So if you have a really hot day, you can hate it, but you're also going to hate it in February when the snow's up to here. But you also love the hot days here because they go quickly, and you also love the snow because it's so pretty and on Christmas and stuff, you know. Yes, Heather. Look what Heather says in chat. She says it's Steve DeLeve's fault for all the fire. It is, and I made a video about it. You know, he set them and he was fanning them just for me because he knows I live right here. So I'll show you where Steve DeLeve lives. Do you see those trees? He lives right there. No, I'm kidding. Okay, right through that little hole. Right beyond there is Lake Erie Beach. So Edgewater Beach and Lake Erie. Lake Erie is one of the Great Lakes. It's not that big. So here's the lake. Steve DeLeve is right over here. So here's my house. So the smoke, the fires were coming straight to me. Straight to me. It was so smoky here. And Steve DeLeve hates me so much, so I know he was just fanning the fires over here at me. You grew up in northern Vermont. I love the snow. Oh, I've never been in Vermont, and I don't know too much about it. I don't love the snow, but I like having the snow sometimes. I like having it so it's here for Christmas, and then it's gone for spring. I love the seasons. That's why if I became a millionaire today, if I became a billionaire tomorrow, I would still live here in Cleveland, in the Midwest. I would move out of Lakewood. I'm actually in Lakewood right now. I would move out of Lakewood because this is a sanctuary city. It's one of the big reasons I want to move out of Lakewood. I would move to another suburb or West Cleveland. And I would move right by the beach and get a huge mansion. That's what I do. Danger Chris says, damn it, Steve. Yeah, and Shepard says, shame, shame on Steve. I blame Steve for a lot of things in life. But this is definitely, the fires are his fault. You know, he was flaming them. And I did make a little AI video, and I had him laughing. Take that, Cleveland. Because that's how he is about me. He just wants to make me miserable. He doesn't have that power anymore. But I could see him fanning the fires. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. He needs to worry about getting a girlfriend and capping some of his teeth. That would be my concerns if I were him. Anywho, I digress. Miss Dawn says it's very cold here in winter, northern or Ontario, next to Minnesota. Oh, okay, is that where you are? I wasn't sure where you were. Northern Ontario, next to Minnesota, and it's very cold in the winter. Yeah, Cleveland winters are very cold too, and I dislike it as much as I like it. I hibernate. It's not like I have a job. Right now I'm not driving, so I don't have to go out in the snow. It's a nice excuse. So I hibernate a lot in the wintertime. I just don't go out in the wintertime. I think last year and the year before, because I'm a YouTuber, was the most I ever went out. Where does Steve live? In Canada. So he's in Toronto. I want to say Toronto is where he told me. So he's probably in Ontario. I don't know. But he's over there somewhere in Canada. That's all I know about Steve DeLeve, and I know he's evil. Look, they went in and they didn't harass me. Do you know what I just did, you guys? I just pissed on my territory. Just like this. Just like this. I just peed on my territory and it went well. Yeah, you better be quiet, bitches. 2 police reports later where the cops had to come and have a word with them. They're just mad at me because I have a waist. That's really what it comes down to, yo. Okay, let's get a little bit of a vibe here because the music is not doing it, right? Jeez, it's really loud now. Oh, come on. Gotta have a little hand to stick in there. Look at this one. Naughty or nice? Which one do you guys think I am? Which one? Where'd my glass go? I had a glass of drink. What happened to that? People. Oh, here it is. I blamed you. Tee Kelly is back. Okay, so we have a smoke in the fire pit. No more wood. That's all it's gonna be. Oh, naughty? Okay, I agree. I mean, I've tried to be nice. We know where that gets me, so I stay with naughty. We'll go with naughty. It's funny that I'm using an old Christmas candle. There's so much of it left, though, so I just use it outside here. I have this one, too. Do you think my hand will fit? Can I fist it? I could say something there, but I'm not going to. I'm somebody, but I'd just be cooler than I've been being. Oh, I'm trying to fist it. I cannot. No fisting. Oh, wait a minute. I have a big match. Heather says I'm naughty when I get wild. Heather, you have no idea, my friend. You've only seen me on the YouTube. Can you imagine me IRL, Heather? Oh, yes, bitches, yes. Look how satisfying this is. Now there's fireworks going off over there. Jesus Christ. The dogs are barking. The dogs are not happy. Yeah, this one is warm vanilla honey. It's a good one. Okay, we're gonna light them all. And I have one more of these. This is citronella. So I light them. These are mostly for Skip when he's here because he gets bit by mosquitoes. I don't. Mosquitoes don't bite me, you guys, because of my MC1R gene, because of my red hair. But they will stand on me, walk on me, and smell me. And that's enough for me. So, yeah, I'll light this so they stay away. Eddie, you like my looks? Thank you. Fireworks on a Monday night. Yeah, with the punk rock band. And the asshole neighbors outside. I can't win tonight, Danger Chris. The world's against me. I've been up since 4 a.m. Why? Because I knew I had to be at my dentist appointment at 9. I also had to take my medication 2 hours before 9, so I had to take my medication at 7 for it to affect me for the procedure. So I've been on a Valium since 7 a.m. this morning. No nap, no nothing. Don't you think I might just want to relax in my backyard? But no, we've got fucking quiet riot plastering noise garbage next to me. It's outrageous. Yes, Danger Chris. That's what's happening. And it's not in their basement. It's in their living room. Why? Because the parents bought that house 2 years ago, fix up. They don't live there. But they allow the 22-year-old kid to come over and play with 18 of his buddies once in a while. They don't fix it up. I'm going to repeat this and I'm just saying. They don't fix it up. But the kids come and go and play their punk rock and are very loud. Eddie, I can't go to bed. I can't go to bed because the band is playing, honey. What you don't get is my bedroom is right upstairs on this side of the house. So no, I couldn't even hear my TV if I tried to go to bed. Ooh, Sheppy Poo. And I love a barbecue. I love a barbecue. Shep is making sweet rubbed baby back ribs for dinner. Amazing, amazing. Dave Moss says, I'm married. Yes, honey, I'm married. Dave Moss, I'm going to need you to go subscribe to my channel because I know you haven't because you haven't read it. The name of my channel is The Real Housewife of Cleveland, sweetie. My name's Jennifer, but the word housewife is in the name of my channel because that's mostly what I talk about, is being a housewife. I hung out a lot of those houses like that in my youth. That band sucked, though. Yeah, well, at least they're doing more than Scales now. Danger Chris. I haven't heard a song yet. They've been practicing for about 2 months. In the beginning, it was just scales on about volume 10. That's to make me want to slit my throat. So yeah. Yummy indeed. So barbecue sounds amazing to me right now. Dave Moss says, I'm already subscribed. I subscribed a couple weeks ago. Thank you, sweetie. So yeah, the name of my channel is Literal. So I like to say I am the Real Housewife of Cleveland. So I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Gary. He says, what's happening? It's been a minute. Yeah, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you. What's happening here? We're in the backyard chilling. We lit some candles. We have some ginger ale. We're about to do another little sesh. And then it's going to get dark. And so when it gets dark, I'm going to abandon stream and take myself in the house. So I'm going to give you guys about another 20 minutes. Are you down for that? We've been streaming for 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 7 seconds. We made a fire. We pissed on our territory. Okay. We didn't rage quit the stream because of the band, right? We were cool. We weren't a Karen. I was cool. So I think I've accomplished something here today. Or not. Miss Dawn says I barbecued my veggies for dinner tonight. Yummy. I never barbecue veggies, but what I do is I take veggies and I put them in a Ziploc baggie or just in a glass pan and Italian dressing. A lot of Italian dressing and balsamic vinaigrette. And then I bake those things. Oh, so delicious. I do that with zucchini, yellow squash, red and green pepper, the big portobellas, the big round ones. Love it. So I love to cook veggies like that too, but I've never done it with barbecue sauce on the veggies. Do you ever make stuffed peppers? I love stuffed peppers. No, I don't. I don't love them. I like them when other people make them, but you know, it's just like what is just like rice and the peppers. So no, I don't love that. I don't make them. I have like the same maybe 20 or 30 dishes that I might make, and I'm a creature of habit, so I remake those all the time. Ooh, it's getting hot. Very hot. The back of my neck is hot. I like stuffed peppers, but not enough to make them. Oh, Dave Moss says, I wish you were my wife. You are beautiful and fun. Thank you, Dave Moss. That's kind of you to say. It does sound good, though, Miss Dawn. I might have to try that sometime. Now, I always cook my vegetables like that with barbecue. So I'm either having barbecue ribs or I like to make barbecue chicken a lot. I'll make barbecue chicken strips with Parmesan on the top. Sometimes I'll make barbecue chicken strips with blue cheese on the top. Have you ever tried that? It's insane. Okay, let's smoke some shit here. Sesh with me. They're about to start drumming. Hell yes. I have to put it up. It's too hot. All of a sudden it got hotter. Oh, they got the microphone on. They're being serious now, people. It's getting serious. Okay, I feel so much better. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. There she is. There's that bitch, I know. Oh, darn, 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 darn. Anywho, we really have the candles going. The vibe is happening. 77 likes, 23 in chat. Thanks, guys, for the nice stream. Danger Chris says, yell, play Freebird at him. Would they? What if they did too? GP says, I had an all glass steamroller. I had a 1 gram size bowl and it was my favorite, but my friend dropped it. Ah, poo. Well, I think I have that same steamroller. I have a glass one too that's littler like that. And they're pretty good, right? They do the trick. However, they don't do the same trick that this one be doing. So let's just get on that a second. Let me get my pom-pom correct for you people. Oh. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, and then most important thing is this off my neck. It's very hot. When you have long hair, you don't want it on your neck when it's this hot and humid. Okay, so play Freebird. Shut up over there. Shut up. Smoke with me. What if I go in their driveway? That's not my driveway. What if I go in their driveway and just start doing like cartwheels down the whole thing? Take the tripod over there. Do you think that might get their attention? I don't know. Now you guys are just getting silly and you know it. Heather says, do it. No, Heather. I can't. I'm too shy. Don't you know me, Heather? Have you met me? I'm so shy. I'm very shy, Heather. Those dudes, they wouldn't even notice. They're so busy. They're so into their drums that I don't think they care. I wonder what they think of me. They think I'm some old crazy bat over here getting stoned talking to myself. No, they know I'm a YouTuber. Actually, they've been on my stream before. Their little band's been on my stream before. One time they came out about a month ago. I made them say hello. And then the other kids talked to me numerous times on the stream. I try to be cool with them. They're kids. What do you want? Okay, they're not kids, like the cops tell me, but in my eyes, they're kids. And as much as I want to be a Karen, I really can't be. I gotta be cooler than that. Countess Luann would want that of me. I live by Countess Luann's words. Be cool. Don't be all uncool. No, I'm kidding. It's not punk rock. That's just something I'm saying. So they're wearing black, but they're like metalheads. They're metal guys. They're not alternative. But the ladies they had over today with their black fishnet stockings were a little bit alternative. But the other lady that they had over today with the big t-shirt, she was just a stoner girl. So I don't know. I think it's more metal affiliated than punk rock. They're not proper punk rockers at all. When I said it was a punk rock band, I should have said it's a metal band. I feel it's more metal rock. It's not emo. No, they're not sad. They're not dyeing their hair black. They are metal. They're metally. They're metally. They might have like long Steve Alive type hair down to here. Metally. Normal band stuff, yeah. Super Unnatural says, yo, where's all the white women at? Right here. I'm white. Hi, nice to meet you. It sounds like kind of metal, kind of rock. I'm not getting too much thrash, but once in a while they'll try to sing too. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right on cue, Danger Chris. Right on cue. They want you to know, Danger Chris, what they sound like. They're like, yo, Danger Chris, play this one on your ukulele tomorrow for the birds. Do that one for the birds tomorrow, Danger Chris. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so stupid, by the way. Okay, Jennifer. Put a little more in there. Because now we're partying. Now the music's begun. Now we're partying. Danger Chris is laughing. He says the birds will love it. They might not, but you know that I almost said cockroach. What is that bird again? What is that creature again? Locust. No, he's not a cockroach. How rude of me to call him that. Little bug. He was a cute little bug. He might like it though. He seemed like a metalhead. The birds, they're not gonna like it, but I think that little guy would like it. The yard birds, Shep says. Shep, are you making any rice or potatoes? Or are you just having, what are you having with your ribs, sweetie? I always make either rosemary potatoes or rice. I like rice with my ribs because then the barbecue sauce gets in it. And I like corn too. One of Skippy's favorite things is corn on the cob. I cut my corn off the cob like an old lady. I cut it off and I eat it like that. It was a cool bug. Me and Skippy watched that one a couple times in a row on our big screen TV. We really enjoyed that. Okay, Amy Loro's got a blunt rolled up. Corn and potatoes. I knew it. Shep, did I call that shit or not? I know what you eat. Same as me. You gotta have it. Potatoes. I love me some potatoes. I don't even care how you cook them. I make a lot of potatoes. I love a potato. I make a baked potato. I love mashed potatoes. Like every day can be Thanksgiving for me. Just give me mashed potatoes and gravy. I make it all the time. But I do love to make my rosemary potatoes because I grow rosemary in my herb garden. So it's just cut up red skin potatoes into little pieces in a pan. A lot of garlic shredded on there. A lot of butter, a little red onion, a little Parmesan cheese, and a lot of rosemary. And that's it. Rosemary potatoes. If you've never made rosemary potatoes, it's amazing. I did call it, Chef. And I'm loving that you're eating well tonight. Good for you. The healthy food is good for the soul. Apple sidereal wine. It sounds horrifying. DL Can is drinking something. DL Can is firing it up. Okay, so I have this going and I have a little bit of a joint going. So let's smoke both. Let's sesh right now. We're gonna sesh with a couple things. So if we're gonna sesh with a couple things, go. We'll start with my blinker. Go. Okay, that was yummy, and it tasted like blackberry. That's a blackberry kush one. Okay, now we're gonna get this going. Yeah, it does sound really good. I know. No, you're talking about the food or the wine. I thought you were being facetious in talking about the music. I said facetious. Okay, go with this. You know, I'm so bummed out that one of my favorite streamers is streaming again. I'm talking about One Sonic. One of my favorite streamers ever, and I know a lot of you don't even like him, but I love One Sonic. And I'm so sad that I can't watch him. I literally was able to watch him for 5 minutes before they brought my Ops Saint back. I can't watch that. I'm not going to give that shit fucking ratings. But I'm sad because I saw the first day that One Sonic came back, And I'm so happy to see that he lost all that weight, that he's doing better mentally, that his hair is grown out, that he's still oog, oog. I was never so happy. And I was actually going to start watching the RV again because it's unwatchable, even with Chicken Andy. And I was so excited to start watching Sonic, and then they brought Saint back. No, I can't watch it. I'm not going to give them that view, and I can't believe it. What a little bitch. Okay, so we hit that. You've got a blunt. Go. I'm gonna smoke this pink joint, and when this is done, I'm gonna end stream and we're gonna call it a night. I'm done with the bongs. I am done with this. Did you guys enjoy this? Yes, I did too. Skip did too. Michael Cantore says, please understand that I'm with deer. So refreshing to have you here. The rosemary potatoes sounds delicious. It is. It's one of the most amazing dishes that I make. It's really good with barbecue. It's really good with like chicken breasts, steak. It's really good with steak. So if you ever come across fresh rosemary, they do sell it in the grocery store once in a while. Grab some and make yourself some rosemary potatoes just with butter and garlic. It's just that simple. So amazing. It's one of those flavors that just goes together really well. Okay, so light up. Some of you have a blunt ready. Some of you have whatever. This is going to be the last thing we smoke of the night. It's a fatty. I can't even promise that I'm going to get through it all, but we're going to try. Patchwork Star is sending me stars. Thank you, Patchwork Star. I love that you're sending me stars, by the way. How amazing are you? Thank you, sweetie. Jeez, they're getting louder. It is 9:02 at night. They have got balls. They're assholes. Next time I see that kid that lives there, because I don't even think he's there. The kid that lives there isn't even there. It's just his buddies are there. This is irresponsible behavior. Sorry, but it is. These parents have the name of my channel. I hope they're watching. It's irresponsible. It's fucking late. They're annoying. Should I start dancing? Should I get like go on their front porch and start dancing? Take my hair down, start hair flipping. Super annoying. Oh my god, these children are gonna be the death of me. Super obnoxious. 9 o'clock at night. I'm gonna walk down the street again. See if you can hear this down the street because this is crazy. If I can, it'll be on camera. Can you hear it? Can you hear it right here? Woman says yes. Can you imagine what it might sound like inside my house? Yeah, it's quieter here, but you should. I don't think you should be able to hear it 2 doors down, do you? Not really, Patchwork says. Like, can't one of you 19 fucking metalheads fix this thing so I don't have to see it? Patchwork says she only has one earbud on. Well, this is pretty new. I'm shocked no one else is complaining either. I have called the police, and the police said if you can hear it 2 doors down, it's not okay. So why isn't anybody else calling the police? I don't understand. I don't. Explain it to me. Yeah, they're only there to make noise, not fix it. That's the truth. Chef thinks it's too loud. I'm getting caught up in the plants. Hold on. Fuckers. They know I don't like it because they know I've called the cops on them before. Nobody's called the cops around here except for me. So they know I don't like it. And they know I'm a streamer. So they know I'm actually trying to stream out here. And I think they're being a little to me because I was out here first. And this is my property and I live here and I own this place. So I think it's very fucked up a little bit. That's what I think. Yeah, Patchwork Star says they're turds. I agree. Why doesn't anyone else call? I think someone should. But I can't make people do that. It's weird to me too. So my bathroom is right there too. So I can't even like abandon stream right now and go take a bubble bath and relax because I'd have to hear this laying in my tub. I might have to put my ooh woo headphones on. Ooh woo. But I'm annoyed. Yeah, I wonder why the older people don't call. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the asshole bitches across the street who are so annoyed by me YouTubing are not annoyed by that? Why don't they call? I don't understand it. I think it's karma. I think the universe is against me. That's what I literally think. I think that this shit just happens to me. And I feel like if I called the police right now, either they'd stop or they'd turn it down, and then I'd look like an asshole Karen. So I just don't even bother. But I will have a talk with that guy the next time I see him outdoors, tell him I'm disappointed that I thought he was going to be cool. I mean, this is not cool. I don't think it's cool how there's 10 guys coming over here that don't even own the place or live here, or the guy's son isn't here. So no one who has ties to this house is in there right now. Sounds like a trap house to me. Yeah, and I'm not down with confrontation. Not at all. I'm going to let these dogs out one more time to go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to wrap this stream up. That's too loud. Okay, love you guys. I'm ending the stream. See you tomorrow.